Damn.
Hi, Austin.
Okie dokie.
Hello.
We are live.
Miss you.
Wow.
How many different colored rooms can we get? 3. The answer's 3.
Yeah.
I mean, technically a different
Mason got
shade
the
of
beige
technically a
colored.
different shade of blue. We could do 4 different colors.
I guess I do have blue in my background.
You certainly do. That was more. I think it stands out more than the white in yours.
I was looking at the beige couch that takes like 80% of the right, and I forgot about the blue wall on my left.
Yeah.
The blue does take up most of the other side, though.
Yeah.
I don't look to my left.
Hello, everybody.
Pros don't look up.
Welcome to the podcast.
The line does not concern herself with what is to his left.
I guess I should get. I mean,
We did miss that entire season of the podcast.
Here's the thing: I'm only posting this link in Or server tonight because I'm absolutely not I don't feel like posting it in some of the other servers I do because I don't want to get yelled at for being live for the enemy podcast and not at a Super Bowl party. They're just gonna have to deal with that. They don't. Dylan's not looking. Dylan's not looking at his phone. Dylan always start looking at their phones. It'll be fine.
Hey,
they
Dylan,
won't notice.
they
won't notice we're live. If I put it in the league server, they will notice I am live, and somebody will get sassy with me about it. I just don't feel like explaining. Hey, guess what? Our schedule's gonna look like shit after this week. So.
My bad.
Hey man, it happens.
This is why we all hate the university. Redacted.
Hey, yeah.
Fun fact. I did indeed. I did indeed pass my test to potentially become a manager at my job. So now the spot just has to open, and once it opens, then our schedule's gonna be even more fun to work around.
Okay. But now you're a manager, so you can make your own schedule. That's how that works, right?
No.
See, they asked me to charge train on one of our overflows, and I said, no. And then never replied to the email.
The only thing I have guaranteed is that they will not schedule me nights on Tuesdays, and we're going to see how long it takes them to fuck that up if I get the job. Because quite literally, I told them, I'm like, I can do everything except for Tuesday nights. I'm like, I gotta be home I gotta leave this store by 7. And that does not mean we're going to be podcasting on Tuesday nights. That's D&D night. You don't... Unfortunately, there are 5
also,
other...
I work Tuesday nights.
There are 6 other people who need me present every other Tuesday. And in 3 weeks, there'll be 7 other people who need me present every other Tuesday for a different campaign. So it's just not... You're not getting it. It's just... Work's going to have to deal with that. But welcome, everybody. We're here to talk about anime. I mean, do we have anything quick we want to run through? Elusive Samurai might be ending next week. Whoa.
Maybe.
Yeah, so it could be lying to me. I don't know. It says epilogue 1 of 2 as the chapter title this week. Does that mean we're done next week? I don't know, man. I thought we were going to be
we're not
done.
ready for epilogue 2 and then epilogue 3. Then the final epilogue, final part 3.
I'll tell you what, though.
Tetsuya Nomura's writing this manga?
Yeah.
Maybe. Who's the guy who wrote? Director of Attack on Titan.
No, then Elusive's just gonna stop airing manga and instead just be movies. We're just gonna get movies for the last part of Elusive Samurai.
How many movies would that fucking be?
Enough.
All of them.
Who knows?
But if they have them at haiku speed, it'd be like 4.
I gotta try to put some sound insulation.
New series. I haven't read the new one that came out today, but
I've also not read. Oh, I need to read chapter 2 of Under Doctor. I really liked chapter 1 though.
Under Doctor, both chapter 1 and 2 are fantastic. I really like that manga.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see where it goes.
Can't wait to check out Check's notes. Alien Headbutt. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's.
Right.
What a title.
Do we know
Alien WWE?
Do we know who this person is? I don't think so. I think I tried to. Yeah, I think I tried to figure it out.
What's the name?
Oh, it is a it is a pro wrestling thing. Oh my god, I'm gonna love this probably, or I'm gonna really hate it. There's a good chance I'm gonna really hate it.
Okay, I like the design of this main character at least. What's this by?
Speaking of things that are like hype right now, though, Lemon's going off.
I am very behind. I need to catch up.
It's good. That's
This author
he is a rookie mangaka.
Yeah, the
His
only
first series.
only one shots. Yep. So. Oh, he was assistant. They were assistant on Fabricant 100. That was a thing that happened.
Can't say I know what that is, but good for them.
And Hard-Boiled Cop and Dolphin. That was also a.
I do know about that one.
You do know about
That
Hard-Boiled
one I
Captain?
did hear
Fabricant
about.
100, I believe,
Yes.
was a jump manga that also probably got axed. I don't remember it running very long term, but Blue Box the Goat.
Yeah, I'm behind a little bit on that.
Damn, the box of gold, man.
One Piece is finally Elbath has finally officially started because last week's chapter
One Piece also the goat, bro.
last week's chapter we got the map, we got the battle map of the area, and that means the arc's finally started. That's when you have the map of where everybody is. That means the arc's actually going.
Listen,
It's
We got
going
one of
down.
those like 40 chapters before that, I think.
y'all thought I was gonna be an Usopp arc. No.
No, it's a Brook arc.
Don't
It's a
talk.
Brook arc.
Don't talk too much. Michael's not caught up.
That's all we'll say about it. It's
Yeah.
a Brook arc.
Oh, so
Like,
I
oh,
mean,
that's
so we think. Who fucking knows?
I saw a meme earlier that's like
You could
Luffy, may I
have
finally-
a 2-person arc. and
Yeah,
it's
I've seen this,
I- I-
John.
It's like Luffy, may I finally reveal my Yonko level power? It's just Brook locking the.
I mean, Brook is
fucking-
unironically
Brook's
crazy.
ability
He
to
just
pull
does
bad
not
bitches, Like,
care.
That's my goat, bro.
Well, yeah.
Ugh.
Do we want to dive into things?
yeah, that's the only crazy thing I did this week.
Yeah, let's dive in. It's 9.
Mason has a slight thing about this.
What?
I 100%ed Hollow Knight Silk Song this week. Not 100%ed. I
Huge.
true ending. I haven't 100%.
Hell
I need to
yeah.
get back in and get the last spool fragments and random tools and stuff. But
Yeah. So
that's a video game.
there's certainly some things that I didn't end up doing. There are like 4 things that I didn't have to end up doing because they're not actually part of the completion percentage, but they're like little trophies that the game gives
Yeah.
you.
Like Flower Quest 2.0 and 3.0 and 4.0 and 5.0.
I did do those. Or I did
Yeah,
most of them.
I haven't done all of them. I've done all the ones that had like unique items. So I did the one
Mhm.
for the meal, and I've done the egg and the one after. I either tried the one after it or did the third, whatever. The ones that weren't like just like random supplies. I didn't do those.
The only one I didn't do was the one that goes all the way up to the mountaintop.
Yeah, no, I'm at that one. No,
Yeah.
I didn't get that one done. I tried that one, went into a room where there was, because crazy, once you hit Act 3, they throw random bullshit into some of these rooms. That means you have to clear them before you can actually pass them damage lists.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't cleared that entire route yet. So, oops.
We do love some random bullshit.
It's really hard to travel quite literally a third of that entire map with the ability to take one hit, essentially. Because you could
Yep.
take 3 if the item breaks, I'm taking 3 damage. And if you don't know the funny thing about Silk Song, they really like to make things do 2 damage in this game. Especially once you're in Act 3.
Yeah, like legitimately, you get through the first area and then the second area, kind of, for Act 1, and then everything starts doing 2 damage to you.
Yeah, or has
It's
an attack
ridiculous.
that does 2.
Oh, I'm gonna complain about something real quick, and then we're gonna start. So Michael and I finished watching a couple of things last night, and I was like, "Hey, Michael, you know what we can go do? We can go watch Medalist. Guess what we can't go do?
Watch Medalist.
Yeah,
Shit, no, that Disney
the
hates us.
US just doesn't have it yet. Canada has it.
What the
That's-
fuck?
Canada has it. Other places have it. We just don't have it yet.
Damn
Is it
you,
one of those, like-
terrorists!
And people have asked
It's just
Hulu.
one of-
People have asked Hulu because it's supposed to be Disney Plus and Hulu, and people have been like, "Hey, Hulu, what's going on?" And they're like, "We have no update for you about this. Have fun." Which is wonderful. So maybe, or theory is the dub, maybe.
Full drop. Full drop.
Yeah, or that. Which I mean, it's only 9 episodes, so like, 'cause it's 9, and then it's a special.
Hold on.
Um,
Let me see if I'm seeing if it's on my other totally legal site.
It's probably on the totally legal sites.
Yeah,
Well,
it's on a totally legal site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just
Just
in the moment we didn't want to do that last night. We were like, we can do something quick and easy while we have stuff up. But
Especially
let's
because the official dub for season 1 is really good.
but let's get into tonight. We're gonna be talking about episode 4s, except for this show, we're gonna be talking about episode 3, which is essentially episode
Well,
4.
Sean, you're forgetting something.
Well, yeah.
Unless you're gonna get to it.
Oh,
Or did you already send it?
I already sent
You
it.
already sent it.
I already sent it, and I popped it up on screen a little bit ago. I'll do it again. We do indeed have a power ranking. The reason I didn't talk about anything is because there's nothing to talk about the power ranking. At least 2 of us always share an opinion this week.
Dude, that's crazy that
well, yeah.
we have nothing out of like order for like basically 2 weeks. That's crazy. Like levels of like miditude that we all agree upon.
Again, I mean, it is part of the thing of having 5 people means there's more people for things
Yeah.
to line up with.
All you need is essentially like if one of us wasn't here, there is probably a chance there would be like 1 or 2 bolts because there'd just be a couple of things that would line up a little weird.
Yes, but I've never seen us be this much on the same page in like the 5 years we've been doing this.
Well, to be fair,
guess we're at 6 now.
last week Austin was not on the same page. But that
Bad.
that's okay. We like it when
yeah,
we're
because
not.
he was right. No.
It makes for more interesting conversation. But our first show of the night that we're gonna talk about, spoilers by the way for these episodes and harsh language as well. Michael, let's get talking about Fate. And that's right everybody. Layout wise, there are now names on John and Michael's screen. That's right. You gotta wait an additional week every week for everyone else to have names. So next week, Austin's screen will have the names on it, and then the week after that, Mason's will have it finally. And then by the 5th time we podcast, which who knows what episode we'll be on when we do that, I'll finally have the borders around on my screen. That's just how we're doing
I
it
think we
this
should
season.
spin a wheel to see whose names go next.
But Michael,
That would also be really fun.
take it
Anyway,
away with Fate.
Fate, Strange Fake. So, this episode, we start off, well, essentially, episode 2 ended off with Jester, the master of assassin, fighting Orlando Reeve because he just, is a bitch and really just wants to fight people.
Valid.
And, our overseer from the church, Hansa Cervantes, shows up, and he's like, actually, I'm gonna kill you. And the Jester's like, dude, that's literally, you're not allowed to do that. Yeah, it's against your job as the overseer. And he goes, yeah, but you're a vampire, so I don't give a fuck, Lamau. And so the first, like, half of this episode is just these 2 fighting, doing some stupid bullshit to show you just how high the power level is going to be in this show. Because, in every other Fate show, like, using a noble phantasm was like this is like the 3rd fight this character's in, and this is their final thing they're gonna do, is if this doesn't work, they just like die. They're just throwing around noble phantasm level bullshit constantly. Jester starts just throwing cars because why not?
No offense. No offense.
My favorite part of this fight has to be where we just pull guns. We just pull out guns for no reason. They don't do anything.
Yeah, I enjoy the.
Guns were actually
I also
just significantly
enjoy
less useful than anything else they were doing.
The cars were more effective.
There's a really fun bit
mean-
where Jester's like, why do you even like hate me? And Hans is just like, because you look evil. As oil from a car spreads around him and he sits in like a circle of fire. It's so fucking silly. Also, we learned in this episode that Hansa is like 70% robotic. Because, why not? God, we also have the bit while this fight's happening. We have Gil and Tina in a car. And they like sense their power, and Gil goes, yes. I have no idea what's happening.
Who is that, Gil? Fuck if I know, dude. Keep
But
driving.
he's like, I know they're not servants. Like, we get bits and pieces of Lord Almaloy and his teacher at the clock tower talking about this Grail War that's happening. Just like them overseeing it, or just hearing stuff about it through pictures and whatever. Again, we got a lot of like people talking, but we have Orlando talking about bullshit with Caster. Because, of course, every time those two talk, it's Caster being a dipshit and Orlando going, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. Just do your job. We have Flat and Jack talking about, I don't remember, but it's Flat probably being a shithead.
He talks about
It's probably-
spotting.
I-
He
I'm
talks
actually
about
fully remember.
spotting Saber, and how like
Oh, yeah, I think he has the picture
Yeah.
of Saber.
yeah on his phone.
Yeah, he also has the picture of
also-
Gil, which gets sent over to Elmo, and Elmo goes, "Oh my God, Gil's back. That's a bad thing. That's a really bad thing."
Why the fuck are you here? He acts the exact same way
It's
John
crazy.
did.
He was here. He was in the war where Gil was there, where Gil just kind of soloed everyone, and just lost because he chose to or whatever. Fate Zero's silly.
Fate's silly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's a
the
little-
big thing of this episode that we get in the final bit of it, we get more of Elmo and his teacher talking, and they see Saber get summoned. They go, "Wait a second. This war was supposed to only have 6 servants. Saber not one of them. If Saber's here, that..." And then they also say like the ley lines are all like acting up and shit. It's that Saber's not the 7th servant of this war. He's the first servant of a second war that is happening in Snowfield right now. That's why there's gonna be so many fucking servants. Is that these first 6 are all the servants of the fake war, and we have 6 more that need to get summoned to one we've seen the true archer. We just see a dude who is red with a covering on his face shoot an arrow at Gil in the middle of this episode.
Fuck around,
Just
find
across
out.
the
He
town,
said.
just because.
Listen, you know what's better than War 1? War number 2.
Yeah.
We start a fake war to start a real war.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey guys,
Fate.
I'll give you 1 Holy Grail War, or you can double it and give it to the next Saber.
Ah, shit. They doubled and gave it to the next country. Fuck.
You can double and give it to the next Grail War.
Damn it, Japan. By
Yep.
giving us.
Fun
Double.
thing is I rewatched episode 0 this week because episode 0 is kind of awesome. And a thing I noticed that I didn't like connect from the first time watching it because it's not information you know
Why
yet.
would you?
Because in the scene where you meet Orlando and Clan Calatine and that whole group of people, Orlando's servant, right, like not like servant Caster, but like the person, the blonde woman who's next to him, is assistant, calls Caster false Caster or fake Caster.
It's false.
They
Yeah.
know that
Interesting.
Yeah.
like that is just the term used in the show.
I just thought they were being an asshole to Caster because I do remember this. I was like, that's kind of rude of you, just because he's not I thought it was like, oh, he's hiding away and like he doesn't really fight, so he's not really like a real Caster. Like I was like, oh, they're like building on the plagiarism thing. No, they're just acknowledging the fact that like they're not like summoned in traditional
It's
ways.
a Caster of a false war.
Yeah. God, that was silly. This fight sequence is rad. Holy shit, man, you have to get better at being an agent of the church. If you walked into that building, saw the child who witnessed everything and looks evil and went, okay, kid, we'll get you out of here, and did not realize he was the vampire in disguise. Holy shit, get better at your
Especially
job.
because he has the same hair color and eye color.
Yeah.
It's the most like
Looks
Clark
much
Kent
different
bullshit
from
I've
just-
ever seen from a villain.
On your phone, walking to your entire church mafia, going, okay, make sure you investigate everybody who might be trying to escape. They could be anybody in this building. And he just goes, except you, small child. You can get out of here, no problem. Oh, I like this episode a lot. One, because the action was just fucking great the entire like first half. But I also like this. I like this reveal. This is gonna get hectic.
It's gonna get silly.
It's going down.
Oh, I forgot. We also get the entire bit with Tina and Gil.
Yeah.
Because like, Tina's whole thing is that she wants to take back this area from the usurpers. By that we mean the Americans. And Gil goes, "Why not just kill them all?" And Tina goes, "Oh, we can't do that." And he goes, "You didn't come up with that. You were told that." And she hesitates, and he goes, "Gotcha, bitch."
And then they said, no,
Gil. Gil is
like a
awesome.
liar.
I just wanted to see what you thought about genocide. I didn't mean we didn't have to do it. I mean, if you said yes, we would have done it, but we didn't have to do it. Gilgamesh
And you don't seem
said.
entirely against it, so who knows?
Gilgamesh is like, I
I'm
can
just
work with
saying.
this.
Note the podcast and not condone genocide.
Yeah, we're not Gilgamesh,
you.
we're Teenage Hulk.
Hey, you don't know if she condones it yet. She's contemplating it. Okay.
She
There's
might
some-
just
not
be,
100% against it.
dabbling a little bit, leaving the options open. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
long rail
You know,
war.
sometimes that is just what's needed
be
in
a
the end of a
long
Holy
thing.
Grail war.
God, this episode
It's a little
too.
opens.
genocide.
A little bit of cleansing, if you will.
That is kind of like the plot of like the other two is sometimes the character's wanting to commit genocide and you gotta stop them from doing it.
Fucking, this episode opens with Elmaloy going, "There is something strange about this war," and Michael and I in sync go, and fake? Is it fake? Fucking Elmaloy. Oh.
Surprise.
We love a good name drop.
Flat again continues to remind us that he is fucking bad shit broken without he's just not telling anybody about it because he's talking to Jack, and Jack's just like, "What do you mean you got a picture of a servant and you didn't tell me?" And he was like, "Well, if I told you, he might have saw me, and then I might have died." And he goes, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa."
And then you would have tried to fight him, and that would have been bad.
And Jack's like, "Whoa,
And he's
why
like,
are you
"Well-
making sense?"
Listen, why are you correct?
You're supposed to be stupid here.
I need you to be a little dumber.
Only
turn
to
the dummy up a little
immediately
bit.
be followed up with Flack going, "Look, I'm just happy that you seem to think I'm skilled and talented because everybody I've ever known doesn't like to talk to me and thinks I'm a dipshit, outside of everybody at the clock tower." To which Jack goes, "Isn't that a lot of people?" And Flack goes, "Huh. Yeah, actually it is." I love this boy. I love this boy so
And then
much.
Flash just
It's
goes
also
like, I want to be friends with all these people that are probably trying to kill me.
I would be
it's
friends
gonna
with
be great.
Gilgamesh, Flat said.
It's also so crazy that this fake war has summoned two literal gods essentially as servants. Because Gil and Enkidu are stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, this assassin
Yeah.
also seems insane.
Yeah. No, they're all insane. This entire set seems ridiculous.
I wonder if the powers. Well, no, because we know, or Saber's
Because
also
Caster can create weapons that can produce noble phantasms.
Yeah,
One might say
You
it
don't
seems
just do
strange
that.
or
Yeah.
fake.
or both. Yeah. God.
And like we
Could be
haven't
fake.
seen Ryder do anything outside of be scary. So
I do like the idea of the real Archer showing up and going, "Oh, there's an imposter over there," and fire an arrow. And I really hope that Gil just walks over and goes, "Do you know who you just shot an arrow at?" And they go, "Nope, sorry, bye. That was wrong. Wrong person. Didn't realize it was you, sir. Gotta go."
My bad.
Whoop. Anybody else would have been cool. Whoops.
yeah, I will say it. The identity of true Archer is like the one thing I've been spoiled on. And what's funny is that he's not gonna do that.
No, I'm
this
sure.
is the one kind of person who would see that and go, bet.
Oh no.
So many options.
Yeah, it's more fate. Ufotable's budget
More
is
fate, more fun.
unstoppable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't you? Was it Ufotable that just bought the studio that makes the Uma Musume movies or something like that? I saw,
So
I don't know.
Is,
bro.
isn't
Combining those two
this-
budgets is not legal.
Isn't this? Is
There's gonna
Ufotable
be so many, like,
actually doing
fucking-
anything on this?
So many mangaka and like storyboardists that are just not gonna be able to see families for years, bro.
Because this is A1, isn't it?
It's gonna be Mappa in this bitch.
Because A1
Now I have- I
is
have
the
a- I have a
studio
new-
doing it. Is
Fate.
Huh.
I have a fucking new Fate rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah, this is A1.
yeah, it's
Because
A1. I don't-
our protagonist Ayaka, I thought she was a character unique to almost Strange Fake. No, she was in fucking Carnival Phantasm, which means she existed back in like 2009 when Carnival Phantasm got adapted. Like
I mean,
We
she's,
love the Fate universe.
she's been around
love
for a
using-
while.
See,
We
if I
love
just played the
using
right
Carnival
gacha game, I'd
Phantasm
understand
as a
so much
cheat
more
code
of
in
the whole
Aniguesser.
she's also apparently
Hold
in
up.
prototype.
She's a character in she's a character in the Fate Hanafuda game. No, hold up. This is important.
Hey, Michael, I need you to do me everything in your power to get me that game. I need you to drop Hanafuda in my lap now. You didn't need to tell me that existed.
You can't just drop that information and not have the deeds.
Oh yeah, it's a character in Takeoff Super Dimensional Trouble Hanafuda Epic Battle, which is
Not available in the US, almost assuredly.
it is a Hanafuda game, Hanafuda mini game included in some releases of Type Moon games. It
Mini
seems.
game?
The last
it was first.
thing...
It first existed in Fate Hollow Ataraxia, which released in 2005.
Tell me it's just in Melty Blood, so that I could just go buy a copy of a Melty Blood game, and that I can go play Hanafuda, because I will do that.
No, I don't think it's in a Melty Blood. Sadly, I think
damn.
the this specifically the Flyaway one was part of at least in 2007 along the PlayStation 2 limited edition bundle of Fate Stay Night Rialta Nua. It was later released in the PlayStation Vita version of Rialta Nua in 2012.
It probably cost $10,000.
So sadly, I
play Hanafuda, it's gonna
okay.
cost me $10,000.
You're gonna have to download the Fate Stay Night Rialta Nua version for the PlayStation Vita.
Well,
There you go.
well-known easy thing to do. Anything involving the Vita.
Anyway,
we've
I
other
mean,
it's
actually
Fate.
have a Vita
It's
in my
it's
house.
fun.
I think
There's a lot of fucking stupid moving parts. This show's gonna take a while, probably. I don't imagine we're getting anywhere near a conclusion by episode 12.
What?
Do we know? Is it?
You mean
is it-
Fate has like long and complicated lore and plot history?
Is it?
It is supposed to be only 13 episodes in this release,
Really?
but I think I think the other ones did release in batch. I don't
Zero's
know
only.
Zero.
Isn't Zero's only 13? If even.
Zero was
No,
I'm pretty sure
Zero is
10
Zero's
or
25.
11.
Zero's
It was
25.
25? Okay.
Oh.
I'm just
Fate
talking
Yeah,
Bullshit.
Zero and
bullshit.
Stay Night are both
Mm.
two cores, but I don't
Well-
remember if they released.
At least
Together,
Austin
or if there
thought
were
the same
breaks in
thing
them?
I did with that Zero was shorter.
Zero's first half is dealing with Caster,
That's true. When you
essentially.
I forget.
Maybe
that
that's just what I'm
sometimes.
thinking about.
I'm like, they don't have to do the stupid bullshit until the second half.
Like I'm
Not
also the,
like the front half, not stupid bullshit, but
I'm also
I
the
think
guy
yeah.
who. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Maybe I was just thinking of like the FGO, second half of the FGO adaptation. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Oh, it is.
I don't remember.
Directly split into a season 2 on Mao. This is one of those where it like actually has like an official season. So that's what I'm thinking of. That's why my brain does that.
Okay.
Which is correct
That makes
this time,
sense.
unlike Shield Hero, where I just completely fuck up Shield Hero in thinking about it that way because it's just not right.
Yeah, because its season 2 was past the episode 25 point
Yeah,
that released
That's a
3 years later.
don't worry about
Well,
that.
does the 13 include 0? Episode 0, I mean.
Oh, no, I don't think so. No, because it's
Because Zero is
It does
a
how-
separate release.
on Mao. Yeah, Mao has it as a separate thing, so I think it is going to be. So it'll be
Strange
Fate
Whispers
14.
of Dawn, or Whispers of whatever the fuck
It'll be 14
is considered separate.
if you count it.
Yeah,
Hey, John,
Yo.
your show.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Mason,
Yeah.
your
It's just not gonna
Um,
talk about sentence.
I'm actually gonna retroactively claim you and I are polar opposites. Now.
No,
Hey, hold on.
no, I
No,
don't
I
have
don't
another.
think
I
Sean
got
will
bad
let you do
news. I
that.
got bad news. I don't have another show for the rest of the season. You don't get to do that.
Anyways, so it says to be a hero this week. So our heroes arrive at a fortress now. During the middle of the the Great Exchange Festival. Yes, I've been waiting all week to make that joke.
I can't believe you.
So they're waiting for the next mission there. You have, you see, I think it was like our strategist and our thief stealing a bunch of alcohol, sitting there just getting drunk, like, they won't miss a little bit. It's a festival. It's fine. What are they gonna do? Kill us? Again. Whereas Xylo, we cut to him in a jail cell, just reading a book. He's reading poetry. Terada comes in and unlocks the cage, and he goes, "It was unlocked. It's fine. I put myself in here. I'm chilling." Starts reading his poetry, much to everyone's surprise. Terada basically just like bullies him and Kivia to go out and explore the Great Exchange Festival. Kivia showing up because she has new orders for him as well. So they go out and explore. They have ice cream. It looks very tasty. Xylo tells her to get 2. She gets 3 because she got to get one for Kivia too. And then we learn the assignment is basically like, hey, you're gonna stay here, and you're gonna defend the fort until you die. That's it. That's the mission. Have fun. To which we go and have our strategist, who we get a little bit of backstory of, go and negotiate a little bit better terms with the person who's in charge of the fortress. Like, hey, can we at least get some weapons? Can we get some frontliners? Can we like give us like a shot here, basically? In which then we cut to Venetum, I think is his name, our strategist man, who we learn how he is sentenced to be a hero. In which he was just this writer for the Post. He's making up a bunch of shit. He's saying some crazy shit. He's like, what if, guys, what if demons infiltrated like our government system, and they were like, it's just the most 4chan fucking plot you ever heard of. Like, guys, demons are in charge of our church and our government, man. It's the craziest thing. Which leads to being locked up by an interesting individual who goes, we didn't pay you to write the truth, before they sentence him to be a hero. Which with the exception that he's not allowed to state exactly how this came to be. So we can't actually explain that he knows that the government that likely killed got Xylo to be sentenced and got him charged, also knows about the demon blight stuff, and it's probably demon blighted themselves or just demons hiding in plain sight. And then at the end of the episode, we get this cut to someone else who a new hero that's gonna be with them, to Sav or something like that, or Sav, who is just gambling with someone and goes, I see what you're doing there. You should really stop cheating. And he goes, hey, you can't say that. And then his hand is on the ground. To which Sav goes, yeah, you really should stop cheating. You're already down one hand. And then we cut to the next episode. So, bit of a setup episode here.
Yep.
Xylo is great, as per usual.
My man likes poetry.
Terada is amazing.
This is perhaps the best reveal of this episode, is that Xylo loves poetry. What a man. What a great...
so good.
Because I have to believe he's reading shitty poetry, like shitty, insane, rambling poetry, because it's the only thing they're allowing him to have. But like normally he reads like traditional classic knight poetry, and he's just a big old.
I would have been a poet had I not been a hero.
Nah, he's just reading smut.
The most insane sentence, by the way. Hey, both can be true. I'm very
So you can have some
sad.
really classy smut.
I'm very sad that Xylo just didn't body Terrorita in chess anyway. I'm very sad he was like, oh, you were taught the rules wrong. Because I really still wanted him to also just destroy her at that. Because this man's great.
How do you not know who this
Just hear Amber, Andy Gessering in the background.
You're gonna have to do
Xylo
that
is
at the
just-
end of this or something.
Yeah. Xylo is just the coolest protagonist ever. And that's okay.
Xylo,
I'm here
Xylo
for it.
just does
Yeah,
not
he's
give a
kind of
fuck.
just sick.
But he
It's
also
him.
does. But he also does.
Oh.
That's the best part, is he doesn't give a fuck, but he does. And that's always what makes a great anti-hero, is the angst that is, of course I don't. Just being a little bit tsundere. Just having that little bit of tsundere in your anti-hero is all you need.
Tsundere for the cause.
Yes.
I just love the way this episode reveals the thing about the writer with the fucking sorry, we don't pay you
It's
to
so
tell the
cool.
truth. He's going, yeah, I made us some bullshit, like, yeah, whatever. It's the fucking and you were right.
Just
What can I say? You should have told. You should have worked for the Onion instead. I don't know, man.
It's so fucking sick.
so you didn't have a problem when I almost sold the entire military capital kingdom over to like a circus. And they're like, no, that was actually kind of funny if you think about it. We actually thought that would have been really neat to see follow through. But see, the problem is you're talking conspiracy theories, and we don't like that in this house.
You know, you're
Especially
talking
when they're
conspiracy truth.
I hate when
It's not
we
a
didn't pay you
theory.
to write the truth. It was just, we all knew that was coming, but
Yeah.
it's also just like, oh no, I don't like where this is going.
I do like the pull this early on yeah, the church and the kingdom's corrupt because there's just demons in it, which is a little bit more refreshing than just, yeah, they're just inept and like incompetent completely and just horrible people. Much better to know that like there are actual villains and evil entities working within your government stopping you. I do like that a little better. It's a little more refreshing than just the church is bad because checks notes, they're the church. Crazy.
Right.
I wonder if they could have just like they really could have just said, yeah, this guy's just keeps talking shit and like nothing he says is actually telling the truth
Well,
and
so
just let it blow over.
What's
Like,
really funny is that like the idea that they're getting at here is that by sentencing him to be a hero, nobody will ever listen to him again is the idea, right? Like no common person is going to look at him as someone who's been sentenced to be a hero and actually try to hear anything he's going to say. Whereas if you let him just be like a con artist, there are actually some people who are like, yeah, actually maybe he's talking some good points. Like, so you pull the trigger, you just make it that, like, nobody will ever care about anything he says again. Besides the military, I guess. It's really fun to just have him sit there and be like, Silo, what do you want for this job? Tell me everything you want. And Silo goes, okay. And he goes, you're gonna pull that off?
Give me more. Silo, give me
I
more.
want food,
Give me
I want
more.
people, I want
Okay, what do
weapons,
you
I want a
want?
partridge and a
Double-
pear.
double-
Okay,
give
so
it
what do
next
you
guy.
want?
Can you give me a pardon?
What
Actually,
do you
don't ask for the
want?
pardon. I think that's really funny where he's like, well, we'll draw the line at the pardon. I'm actually worried you're gonna get me everything, and they would say no if I ask for the pardon. So don't fucking do that. It's just nice. It's a nice build-up episode. I like the little conversation. Why have I forgotten her name? The knight.
Evia?
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
conversation with Kivia and Xylo. Because again,
Yeah.
I like the speed at which we are moving certain things. We're not like dragging the Kivia being like, oh, you actually might be an okay person. She's just kind of being upfront about it, like, you saved people who I was supposed to let die. And Xylo's just like, yeah, and you're still a fucking idiot. I need you to when you work past that hurdle, we'll talk again. When you don't decide you want to have a suicide mission because you're worried about the fate you subjected a goddess to. The goddess lore this
Hey, can you
episode's
lock the
also
fuck in?
really cool. Also really cool. The goddesses do a bunch of stuff, like summon swords, and maybe people? I'm sorry, what do you mean Tetsuya might be isekai'd here? I'm sorry,
Also, like,
Right.
what?
poison.
Poison? Future sight?
Tatsuya being
Swords.
Isekai is the funniest lore drop ever.
I forgot to mention their plan too for the base too was literally just like, we're just gonna get a giant poison bomb and then we're just gonna collapse the fortress on it and make it just trapped there. We're just gonna call it good.
And Silas like, this
You can't
isn't
kill
gonna
it.
work. Didn't it not work the last time? And they're like, yeah, and now we get to kill
Yeah, but, like,
you
they really
too.
wanna kill you. Yeah, but they really want to kill. I mean, try again with new talent on the front lines.
No, they're not hiding it. They're like, no, you're gonna die.
No, we want to kill you.
It's like so why do we need to be in there holding it the whole time when you do the gas? Because you were told to do it. That's it. It's like, oh,
You know.
okay.
Dad says
Murder.
it's your turn to die today.
Oh, and when they're discussing the base defense, they're like, "Oh yeah, if any one of you guys leave this base, we will kill you all." And everyone's like, "That doesn't make sense. That's just
Let me come up with a
counterintuitive."
stipulation. No. What do you mean anybody? Like what if someone's bound to like make a brave force? Like, can we just like kill that guy? Could we like, make everybody leaves the base at once? If there's one person in the base, we're good to go. Because like if we're
We've-
fighting like inside the base, it's not really a good idea.
We've seen the
So the big thing
suicide.
is because like we know Dota's there. He
Yeah.
absolutely
Mhm.
will just turn immediately and run.
Also,
Well, he'll go try to
he,
steal something from this like just outside the city.
also, he wants to get the fuck out of there. So that's why he's doing it. He's like, I
Yeah.
want to be the one who runs away. We've seen the
Hey, guys,
Suicide
we're just
Squad.
debating
We
who's
know how
going
this
to
works.
Xylo-
Xylo in the base with Terita, and I'll be over there sipping a martini. And if he fails, I'll revive and sip another one.
You know, I think where this are again, I don't know how long this is going to be. Just one more. If it's going to take two more. I imagine the end of this is going to be who has to stay behind and be the one who takes the death here. I
Yeah.
imagine is where this is going to end up. Because like
A question.
I don't imagine Teorita will let Xylo be there alone, but then it's who is the one who takes the fall. So I don't think he'd be the king again, because like he took the last one, and I feel like he kind of took the L last one. I feel like it'd be rude as fuck for it to happen again. It could just be the easy toss out is Tetsuya.
Yeah.
Because he's already died like a
feeling it's either-
gazillion times. Or it's
Yeah.
gonna be Veneton, and it's gonna be like a sick moment for him. Like that would be
That's my
rad.
thing. I think it's Veneton, but I don't know.
I mean, I also could see
That would
them
be sick as
just.
fuck.
I could also just see them going through this one alive too. Like, I think it's. I do also think it's very possible we do one more of like Xylo gets through it again, with the help of the new person. And then like after this is when we're gonna start losing people. I could see that too. I think that is totally possible.
I mean, we've also
Again,
seen,
I
like,
think the thing
lose
is here,
people to, like,
they
the
can
repair
they
shop
can
they
beat this
mentioned.
demon lord. They're still gonna get gassed,
Yeah.
or poisoned, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is that no matter what, that will happen. So they're gonna still have to have a sacrifice if someone stays in for the poison to happen. Is at least how I see it. Even if they, with the power of Teorita, they're able to take down this demon lord.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, Mason. Got you eating.
All just chips. So, Journal with Witch this week. So we start off where Makio is going out to hang out with her friends. And Asa is alone at home. And they're talking about Asa at the like meetup. And that Makio is really like maturing at all compared to how she used to be and all that. And then Kasamichi comes over. Drops off some meat. It's really awkward between him and Asa because Asa just asks him about things. Like, hey, did you date Makio? And he's like, not anymore.
Not right now.
Not right now. She's like, oh, why'd
Why?
you break up? And he's like, I'd
a
rather
great
not talk
question.
about it.
Adults have feelings too, child. Please.
That's literally
Come
just
on,
like adults have
dude.
feelings too.
And then Asa starts starts high school. And Makio is like, hey, are you sure you don't want me to come along? And Asa's like, yeah, it's fine. I'll be good. She shows up to first day, and Emery is there with her mom, and her mom's like, hey, so where's your aunt? And she's like, oh, not here. And she's like, what? Why? What the? That's weird, child. Why?
And Asa's just like, well, she's not my mom. My mom's dead.
Yeah, she's not my mom. So, her and Emery like go into class. Emery finds her own like kind of group of friends during the like morning like
Ceremony.
opening year assembly. Asa also finds a group of friends. They talk for a bit, and then after the assembly, they're all kind of like milling about and talking. And Asa's like, "Yeah, my parents are dead."
Just the craziest drop.
I
Like,
got
hey,
I got aunt
I've known
though.
you guys for all 3 hours.
I got an aunt though. She writes novels. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Neat.
And the friends just are like, "Oh, okay." Kind of walk
You're
off.
really independent, huh?
They actually handled this pretty well from people who were just
Yeah,
bombarded with the
honestly.
fact that a girl's parents died like not even a year ago.
Right.
I feel like it's one of those things that's like someone said and they're like, huh? And then she didn't repeat it because she just like fell back from the pack and they just like did not like register that she just like her unique fact to contribute to the conversation was, yeah, my parents are dead.
But after this, Asa goes home and Emery comes over, and they're like hanging out. They're talking. Makio's a little annoyed because she didn't know they were coming because Asa texted her about 2 minutes before she walked in the door. And then Makio's typing away at her novel, and Emery's knocks on the door again. It's like, hey, so Asa just passed the fuck out. I'm gonna head home. I'll come back to check on her at some point. I'll let you know in advance. Sorry. And Asa eventually wakes up and is like, "Hey, Makio, are we gonna eat dinner?" Makio's like, "Yeah, it's on the table." And Asa starts first trying to eat dinner and then crying. And eventually we have a talk with Makio where Makio's like, "Look, I don't understand you being lonely, but I'll support you however I can. Just like you can't understand how I like being alone, but like you let me do that." That's about it.
Yep.
There's also a point where I meant to talk about this earlier. There's a point where Asa and Makio are having dinner again, and Asa tries to ask why Makio hated her mom, and Makio just loses it for a second and goes, "I will never tell you the reason for that. Not ever."
It's
But that's good.
that particular interaction is really interesting because Makio is 90% of the time like really in tune with like what is the right thing to say to this child to like help them like try to like move through loss, and she doesn't understand or hasn't hit the point where she realizes that it's actually probably okay if you tell her why you hate her mother. Like she might be right in maybe now's not the right time, but she also definitely is portraying this as like, I'm never going to tell you the reason. When in reality, it will be very good for both of them for her just to tell her what happened. Like, there's a lot of really interesting stuff here that gives a heavy implication of like, the sister Makio knew is not who she was closer to the end of her life. Like, it is hard to say exactly where. Like, there are small things that, like, Asa has said where Makio's like, oh yeah, that certainly does sound like something my sister would have fucking said and is horrible. But then, like, we see stuff where, like, she talked about Makio being a novelist in a positive light to Asa, which is not something Makio would ever believe to be true. So I'm really interested to get, like, the blending of this character of, like, this is how Makio sees her sister, which is justified, and this is who she was right before she died and things changed. Because guess what? People change. I'm very excited for that from this show.
You know, I do really like the way the show does the, I don't know if we get both sides of it this episode, but, like, they'll have, like, Makio do a thing, then you'll see like the reflection in the mirror of the mother and how they portray the reaction. Well, this episode we had the Asa going, "Hey, I told my new friends at school that my parents are dead," and then she like portrays in her head how she expected Makio to react, and then we get the thing right after where she goes, "No, that's just how my mom would have reacted. That's the thing she would have said." And they're in a very like concerned kind of like, "Oh, well." Better like next time, I guess. Hopefully. Oh, I can just sit there with the, huh?
We also have a really great.
You did what?
We have the really great moment also where Makio is like, "Why'd you try to use me as like your in for your new friends? Fucking talk about you. You're way more interesting than fucking me. What the fuck? You say
He was right, dude.
My house. What are you talking about?
Sing him some fucking Justin Bieber, dude. What? Not me. What? I write cringe novels. Don't talk about me.
Really brief interaction with the like, oh, my mom wouldn't want me to be in a band, and Mako's just like, your mom's not here right now. Do it.
Yeah.
It was really nice, and just like, it's just so brief, but it is just a really deep like point in the episode.
We get introduced to this class representative character at the ceremony who looks strikingly like a younger Makio. What the fuck are we doing, show? First thought,
really funny just how much she looks like Makio.
When I saw her, I was like, why are we doing that? I don't like that.
be so fun. Like I hope they do meet. I think it'd be really funny.
It's one of those things where I'm like, it could just be a coincidence, but like, it's really hard to do a coincidence in drawing. Like, you don't accidentally make the characters have the exact same hairstyle, and exact same like length.
We're doing
The difference is
something.
their eye color, which wouldn't have been like that in the manga. They would have been the same.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do. I think the highlight of this episode for me still is Asa in the room with Kasamachi. Cause oh my god, dude, that entire interaction is
So
she is hyper fixated on him, where she's like, what you got going on there? I also like that she's slowly collecting all of Makio's friends' phone numbers so that she can gossip. I adore. She's like, I need to bother you. Give me your phone number.
She's like, "Can I get your
It's
line ID?" He
so
goes, "Sure." And Makio's like, "No, bad.
Not
God damn
again.
it."
damn it.
We also have the conversation about bento boxes, which is a nice little.
Yeah.
Fucking...
And she gets a hamster cage that she calls a bento box.
Please don't put my
Hamster.
food inside plastic Tupperware. I
Tupperware.
beg you. I'm in high school, please.
Meanwhile, me, an adult, goes, yes, fucking Tupperware, let's go.
Right.
Microwave safe. Woo,
Tupperware
score.
is kind of W.
Yeah, Tupperware being
Gotta
such
be
a good
Tupperware.
product that it ran itself out of business almost because it's so good that you only need like one set.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, but on topic of the show, it's the deep cuts are just so good in this show, and the way it like sets like the mood is just so like it just keeps you so locked in like the entire episode because you never know when it's gonna pull some shit that just makes you go, oh man.
Again, you also like we talk about the thing with her and the friend where she mentions the thing with her parents, and to that immediately be the camera pans down as you see the sand start building behind her because you know they're building into the her in a desert visual, which is what they've consistently done for when she's feeling lonely. I was like, yeah, it's good, it's perfect. It's just directed fucking phenomenally, dude.
God, I started tearing up when Makia like wraps her arm around her and is like, I don't get it, but like I'm here.
I don't
I will try
understand
my
you.
fucking hardest,
I
dude.
can't feel bad for you, but like, if you want to cry, go for it, bro. Like, he is just such a bro. It's just like,
Literally.
it's like, listen, I'm not reading all that shit, but congratulations, or I'm sorry that happened. Just let me know what you need from me.
Literally.
Also the continual. Please close your fucking journal. I snoop, dude. I'm
I
a
will
snoop if
read
you
it.
leave it open.
And she's like, I want you to read it. That's why it's there. She's like, no, it's a private thing.
Fucking get a lock. Get a lock for it. Very good.
Hide it under a table. I don't care. I just don't want to see it out in my house.
Okie dokie. It is
Yeah,
fine.
I love the side character on Makia too. They're all so
yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
It is time for Polar Opposites. This
Yay.
this week on Polar Opposites, things happen. Suzuki explodes. So we start the episode. Suzuki's chatting with her friends, and she's like, "So, summer festival's coming up. We got a festival going on. But like, why would you go to the big one where there's gonna be so many fucking people there when you can go to the smaller one and like have a good time and like actually get stuff done and not feel like you're dying because there's too many people around you?" And they're like, "You're gonna wear a yukata?" And she's like, "I haven't even thought about that yet. Please don't make me think about that." And Watanabe's like, "But like, if you don't wear it now, what happens if you like break up before the next festival? Then you will have gotten a chance to have worn a yukata." And and Suzuki's like, "Why would you put this idea in my head? Please never
Don't
say
put that
these
even on
words
me,
to
Ricky
me
Bobby.
again."
Don't you dare do this.
And I was just like, "Hey, okay, reframe. We're just saying you should live your youth to your fullest." And Suzuki's like, "I like that a lot better. Cool, we'll go with that." Meanwhile, before this can happen, they have exams coming up. And everybody, and, you know, or dumb fucks are panicking. Fucking Watanabe and Yamada are Yamada. Yeah, his is the one name I don't have in front of me. But they're panicking. They're like, we're really fucking bad at this shit. And Suzuki's also kind of in her. Suzuki just hates it. She's like, I hate tests. Tests are the worst. They're finally back. It's ruining our lives. The final boss. And so they're like, hey Suzuki, can we like borrow your notes, like all of them? We don't have any. And she's like, not this fucking again. Just do it now. Don't wait the day before the test. Do it now. And they're like, well, what if we like all study together? And they're like, oh, that could work. And they go, Tani, you want to study with us? And he goes, no, and walks away. And everyone's like, wow, he wants nothing to do with us.
He fucking hates us.
And Suzuki's like, no. He has to go do library duty. And they're like, how did you get that from that? He said one word.
My favorite thing is the one character just goes, Tani, you need more lines, dude. Come on.
Literally. So good.
Yeah.
So,
Cosmo?
real quick, if you're not watching the dub for this, watch the
Dude, it's
fucking
phenomenal.
dub for this. It is
The dub
phenomenal.
is so good.
This rivals the Kage dub for best dub I've ever heard in my life.
Actually.
So they still go to they're like, okay, if he's in the library, why don't we also be in the library? And they go and they start studying, and then part of the way through studying, Watanabe and Yamada just fuck off and go bother him.
They Tani.
They go bother Tani, and they fucking start running bits at the library service desk with Tani. Yo, Tani, we're gonna go.
Good.
Tani, you and I can
Tani,
go
wanna
to
go- wanna
college.
come at it?
We could go to college together. And Tani goes, you're skipping a couple of steps.
This joint.
Why don't we get out of here?
I just love this whole
my
time.
boyfriend.
This whole time, the fucking girl at the next to him on the counter is just fucking giggling like this is the funniest shit she's ever seen.
Yes. And in the meantime, while they're all doing that, it leaves Suzuki to talk to Aoi. And Aoi's like, what are we doing here? She's like, you must be happy, because, like, before, it was just you and Tani. And now, like, Tani's a part of the group, and that's really nice. And Suzuki's like, you could be friends with Tani. Like, it's totally fine if you're friends with my boyfriend. Like, you're actually probably the most similar to him out of everybody. And she's like, really? Okay. And so then Tani finishes his shift in the library, and they all fucking leave together. And they're just...
No, I just remembered the way they get out is the bit that they've been running the whole...
Yes.
The bit from the beginning.
And so they exit the library, and Aoi's talking to Tani, and they're having a good time. And Suzuki kind of slinks back and is like, "What you got going on back here? You two having a good time talking to each other?" And then we is it festival next? Oh no, convenience store. So Suzuki gets home. And she has coupons for a brand new convenience store. Notable, Tyra was not at all present in any of the classroom scenes. And they mentioned that it's probably because he's got a new job somewhere, apparently. And so Suzuki goes out in the middle of the night to go for a TP run and to get some ice cream from the new convenience store that's opened up. And her brother's like, "What the fuck are you doing going out looking like that?" And she goes, "Go fucking die, I hate you." And she goes to the convenience store. She's like, "What is the chance that I'm gonna run into anybody at this newly opened convenience store that's close to my house?" And so she runs into Yamada right away. And Yamada's like, "Yo, bro, what the are you wearing, like, your middle school track shorts?" And she's like, "And what the fuck do you look like, dick? Let's get in there and buy our shit." And so they get in there and buy their shit.
Buy our soda ice cream.
And she's like, "I bet you fucking have the coupon too, dingus." And he's like, "You damn well I do."
He's like, yeah, I do.
And
Of
so
course I do.
our two idiots walk into the convenience store, and
Fucking too alive, bro.
And behind the counter.
it's Tyra. And Tyra just goes, "Why the fuck are either of you here? Go away." And they're like, "We're gonna bother the shit out of you." And he's like, "Hey, guess what? All the merchandise is over there. Fucking go. It's illegal to talk to me in this store. You have to leave." And so, but he also looks at Suzuki and goes, "Why do you look like this? Like, do something." And so they buy their shit and they're out chilling outside, and Suzuki's like, "Don't you just love the night summer? Don't you just love the night air after the rain?" And Yamada's like, "What does that mean? What are you on?" And she's like, "You just don't get it."
Cool.
And Yamada's like, "Are you seriously not worried someone's gonna see you like this and it's gonna be embarrassing?" And she's like, "I've known you since, like, grade school. It's fine." And then a motorcycle light shows up, and they start panicking that it's gonna be a delinquent. And it's actually a delinquent, because it's Watanabe. And one of them is like, "Oh my god, Suzuki, aren't you afraid Tani's gonna Tani could see you?" And
Fucking
she's like,
way she talks when she shows, she's like, "Yo, go do wheelies. I'm a hog. Just,
I'm a hog.
Right out
I'm
to the
just
parking
here
lot.
Fucking love
busting
her.
the rhythms.
So good.
and one of them
Just
is
really tearing it up out there.
one of them is like, "Suzuki, aren't you worried you're gonna run into Tani looking like that?" And she's like, "What are the chances that Tani's gonna show up?" And then in the background behind them, Tani's bicycle pulls up and he gets off and he goes, "Huh?" And Suzuki fucking bolts. You know, as fast as this girl can run, knowing that she can't run. And Tani's like, what's going on here? And Yamada's like, "Dude, what are you doing out here so late? Are you a delinquent?" And he's like, "I'm coming home from cram school, like a good boy. I'm just here to, grab stuff." And so he enters he's like, "Was that Suzuki?" And they go, "Nope. What's a Suzuki? I've never heard of that before. Definitely not one of those around
You're
here."
dreaming.
And so they're like, "Go buy what you're gonna go buy." And Tani enters the store, and Tyra looks up and goes, "What the fuck, dude? Get out of here, please." And Tani's like, "I'm just here to buy stuff, dude." And then Suzuki steals Watanabe's helmet and starts to run away. And Watanabe goes, "I need that." And so Suzuki's running home, and she's like, "It's gonna be fine. We're gonna be totally safe. I'm so far away." And as you all know, Suzuki can't run at all, so Tani just slowly slides up next to her on his bike and is like, "Are we okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, we're okay. Why wouldn't we be okay? You're not okay." And he's like, "You are the one who ran away from me." And she's like, "It's just embarrassing for you to see me like this." And he's like, "I don't get it." And she's like, "Well, I want to look pretty." And he's like, "I don't get it." and she's like, "Well, if you have two dishes, if you got a regular old plain egg, and you got a finely served on a good presentation of an omu rice, which one do you want more?" And he's like, "Well, both are good." And he's like, "But you got to care about the amount of work I put in to look pretty." And he's like, "I could do that. Okay, that makes some sense. But like, you look pretty either way. Get on the back of my bike." And they're riding on the back of the bike, and Suzuki's like, "Isn't this nice?" And Tani's like, "Yeah, don't you just love the way that it smells after it rains?" And she explodes, because he gets it. And then she immediately jumps halfway off the bike because there's a cop coming, and the cop stops and goes, "I know you. What the fuck are you doing out this late?" And Tani's like, "Why do the cops know you?" And then they go on their festival
Why
date.
did they call you Suzuki? Oh, I guess the bit they're talking about the brother as in
Yes.
Suzuki.
Yes.
I didn't connect. I thought she had presented a fake sister to the cops in the past.
No.
And that was the bit I've been running with.
No.
They've been until now that they would be talking. I forget that Suzuki's last name
Yes.
because that's what she's gone by. The whole thing's I forget that's how Japan works sometimes.
So they go on their small little festival date, and they have a good old time together. And Suzuki worries that she is being too much of the PDA girlfriend, and she's looking at another couple on the bench starting to smooch, and she's like, "The smooch monster. Am I the smooch monster? Oh my god, I've been the smooch monster the whole fucking time." And as she's panicking,
girl.
as she's panicking, Tani's like, "Hey, follow me." And she's like, "Why are we climbing up this hill? Where are we going?" And he's like, "Check this shit out." And she goes, "Oh, this is a nice viewpoint. Oh my
We're
god.
going to a makeout spot.
We're going to a makeout spot. Oh my god." And then she drops her phone, and they both bend down to pick it up, and they get real close to kissing, and Suzuki explodes. And then the fireworks explode, and she goes, "Oh my god, fireworks." And she's like, "Damn, I kind of wish we were closer." And Tani goes, "Well, that's fine. We'll just get closer next year." And she goes, "Next year? He thinks we're gonna be together next year. Victory." And that's where the episode ends. God, this show's phenomenal. I adore this show.
So
So cute.
Bro, it's so peak.
So cute.
The part where they almost kiss, and she goes, "Oh wow, we almost kissed," but now I kind of wanna.
Holy
Shit.
shit! Now it's hard to re-engage.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Man. Damn, now what?
What do we do?
Okay, Sean, did you
So
mention
good,
one of your favorite bits of this episode?
Oh,
Did you
no.
not mention the Pop at all?
No, I forgot about the
bibimbap?
The bibimbap? The bibimbap? Yeah, she
Bibimbap.
gaslights Suzuki gaslights Tani by running a bit where she goes, "Did you know that bibimbap should actually be pronounced bibimbap?" And he goes, "No, I didn't know that." And then they're walking back from the library, and they're like, "We're gonna go get some bibimbap." And Tani goes, "Don't you mean bibimbap?" And she goes, "No, I was fucking with you. That's so dumb. It's so much easier to say." And it makes Aoi bust up laughing because she's like, "Why? How did she get you with this? This is
Dude, she fucking
hilarious."
Got you. She fucking got you, bro.
This cast truly is the embodiment of a high school friend group just fucking around, dude.
Just fucking around.
Mhm.
Having a
Bro.
good time.
All the
The,
dipshits
the way they
together.
talk, just like fucking shitters, is so funny.
It's so good.
This is exactly how I still shoot the shit with people.
Yes.
And the best part is they have like they have such a good straight man in the show too that appears just at the right time, like at the convenience
I
store
love
where it's
Ty-
like
Ty
they're
is
fucking around.
perfect.
And she literally walks to the
Tyra
convenience store.
and
And is like, I'm
Sato
a.
are so good.
Like, my favorite line from the episode though was them walking in the convenience store. She's going like, "I'll fuck you up, bro. Like, I'll mess you up, bro." It's like, what are we? What conversation did we miss in the 2 seconds we cut? Because I want to be a part of that one.
No, but also you have the bit where as Toddy's in the store and they're like, "Okay, Suzuki, go. He thinks he's asleep. Don't worry."
Or the one,
What
or
is
the one where, like,
the Nave
What?
full of serious is like, "Yeah, I got him. Go."
or Tani going in the store and him going, "Wait, the silence is actually way worse than them just giving me shit." Oh, it's just so good, man.
This
The
manga,
cast just works so well.
this manga and show is truly the definition of it's okay. These are my idiots, because that is how I feel watching them. As I go, yeah, they're idiots, but they're our idiots, and it's so great to watch them be it.
Exactly.
Oh.
I'm
And,
just smiling the whole time with this show. And that's exactly what I want.
and it is, and like you
Welcome,
still
Sean.
get, I know, and you still get the core of this set of like, what is the bit we're running for the whole episode that they're trying to get across about the relationship, and it's that you don't need to panic about a relationship just ending. There's no reason to fret over like,
Mhm.
well, how long is this gonna last? Because you have no control over it really. Like you just
Well, that
have
still
to
doesn't.
yeah, you just have to enjoy it while you're in it, and if it works, it works. And it's in
And the way they explain it too, like you're saying, is like they're on the bench with the 3 friends, and she's like, it could be your last day, and she's like, why the fuck would you say that? And she's like, I think she means to like live in the moment, and she's like, yeah, that's what I meant. She's gonna like roll around.
But and like you
Uh.
get that scene so early in the episode, only then to have the payoff to it be just Tani being there like, yeah, we'll just go next year. And it's like, of course he's not worried. Of course he's not thinking about
Because he's logical.
yeah, he's looking at this like, yeah, we're in a relationship. As far as I know, we're gonna stay in the relationship, so we'll be here
I
next
have no
year.
intention of any relationship.
And that's the most important thing, because like in Suzuki's mind, why the fuck would she end this relationship? She loves
what she
this
wanted.
man. She loves this man.
Baby.
Yeah. So like her
Loves this boy.
worry is that like something wouldn't work with Tani. So to hear Tani be like, well, we're just gonna be here next year is like the most reassuring thing she could possibly hear in the moment.
Mhm.
I'm so excited for next week's episode. I'm so excited. It's great. It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna watch it.
absolutely
It's
gonna
time.
go-
Mrs. Because we love
I'm
this show.
absolutely going to go read this once we finish the podcast. 'cause
Oh,
I'm
for sure.
fairly certain this is going to be top 3 at this
Yeah.
point. just
I
based
really-
on how everyone feels about it.
I really,
Bro, I'm
it's
at the
tough.
point where I feel like I'd be surprised if it doesn't win at this point. We're 4 episodes in. It's
I
just
thought-
that good.
When this got announced, I was like, maybe this will get full adapted. I don't think it's gonna get full adapted in one season.
No,
Cause like
thankfully.
we are on pace for like chapter 5, I think, and it's like 50 something. So, like,
Oh, wow.
I mean, in my head, I think there was a lot of stuff where I'm like, oh, they could probably blitz through some of this pretty quick, or some of these arcs could, like, some of these, like, sets of chapters are, like, 1 episode, really, if you do it in the right way. But I think this is probably, like, a 2-season show. Most likely.
Is it like finished?
Oh, it's
Like,
done.
Is the manga
Oh,
finished?
yeah, it's done.
Okay.
It has a clear end. I really enjoyed it too. But there are things to talk about in its ending about like how you feel about certain things. Because there's lots going on by the time we get there. But we're just at the start.
Fair.
So I won't say any more. But I loved it. There's a reason I knew that if this was ever getting adapted, I fucking wanted it
shit peaked.
immediately. Me, the fantasy guy, also going, hey, you know what 2 shows I absolutely want when they come on the podcast? Rom-coms. If you pick my 2 rom-coms, I kill you.
Me, who doesn't read enough manga to
Absolutely
worry
me.
about shows getting stolen.
Hey, Austin.
Me me who has my shows always getting stolen.
Can't-
Reads
I
too
I
much
don't know
manga
about
that every
Austin. I
show
would
picked
never-
as a stolen
I would never
show.
do that to you, bro.
So just a fun little fact. Since I've been on the podcast, I've had the lowest average for like pick order, and the only one who hasn't gotten the first like overall pick in a season.
You have gotten the wheel 3 times.
I've gotten the wheel 3 times, but
It's
Also,
always
he's 3
been
shows, but he never gets the ones he
something.
wants.
This is just the wheel. This is just the wheel telling me we only want you to pick shitty shows because we know that you'll pick the shit shows.
We were here for a good time, not a long time, Austin. That's your shows.
All right. Anyway, in the clear moonlit dusk. So we have our 2 idiots. In a hall, in an empty classroom, just trying to basically talk out like what the fuck is going on with their relationship. And Yoi says something to the effect of, "I haven't even said I like you yet," and she gets incredibly embarrassed and runs the fuck away. And what's his name? Ichimuro? I can't remember fucking names at this time. Yeah, Ichimuro is just talking with his friends, and he's like, and they're like, "So, what is it again that you like about this girl?" And he's just like, "Yeah, I just like really, she just catches your eye, and when you look at her, you just like can't stop." And dude's like, "Don't they just call that love at first sight?" And he's just like, "Huh, maybe it is love at first sight." And meanwhile, she's just having an absolute like conniption at home, and she's just embarrassed over that, and eventually goes to see him in his classroom the next day, and they just talk and try to figure it out more, and eventually she's like, "You want to just get gyoza? We kind of got interrupted on Sunday or whatever day," and she's like, "Yeah, I'll go get gyoza," and they go get gyoza, sit across from each other, and start ordering when 2 of his friends come in and just basically are just like gawking and catcalling the 2 of them together. It's like, "Oh, look, it's the princes together," yada yada, and she just can't concentrate with like the 2 guys just like staring her down while she's trying to have a meal with Ichimura, and eventually Ichimura just gets up and takes the seat to her left, like just basically shielding her from like the other 2 guys, and like touches her hand, just try to be reassuring or whatever. And as they're walking, they're just having another conversation about like what they do or what they don't want from the relationship. And Ichimura goes in and is just like close and just like, "What if I wanted to kiss you? What if if I'm gonna get close, and if I remain close like that, I will kiss you." And she just like freezes up and just like, "Not actually, that just shocked me." And then they have like basically the the same discussion except with holding hands, and she's like, "All right, I guess we can hold hands. That's a little bit okay." Totally not because of gyoza breath, which isn't even that bad. And Yoi has another conniption at home, but this time also gets grilled by her sister over it, who has green hair, which I was not expecting. But you know what, you go, girl. And then they just have another little talk in the courtyard. I can't really remember what exactly was said during that.
He wall pins her
Yes.
and
Albedon.
goes to grab a hair off her cheek, and she thinks he's going in for a kiss and slaps his hand away, and he's like, look, I'm not gonna do anything that makes you uncomfortable, uh, or that you don't like. And then and her heart flares, and she's like, how do you know that I don't necessarily dislike, and she doesn't get the words out because she gets interrupted by her friends.
Yeah, it's like that sentiment would have been like way better, way earlier if you had just said that and also committed to it. Like I get it's a shoujo, but like he like gone.
Well, as you say, we get an end of an episode teaser as well. We see that her father's restaurant has called up a new hire, and it is a guy.
Oh boy.
Oh, another guy. Just what this show needed.
Competition.
Another character.
I just think we're running out of hot guys in the show. You know, like we don't have enough on the podcast this week. We only have Tamon.
Unironically,
We need more hot guys.
unironically, this could be good for the show because it could make Ichimura actually become something of a character that is interesting. The only problem is I do not trust this shoujo show to handle this in any way that is appropriate by either of these characters. Because either this guy's gonna be great, and it's gonna suck that she still likes the shitty guy, or this guy's also gonna be shitty, and Ichimura is gonna be shitty with him, and it's just gonna be two horrible people. I have no hope for it to go a different direction. Her sister seems rad. Might be the coolest character of this show.
That's not true. Her dad's
Her dad,
still
you're right, the
kick-ass.
dad.
Her dad's still based. Her dad is
Yeah.
still based.
That is based.
Her family rules. That's what we've learned. No, I agree with you. Like, can you really sit here and be like, I won't ever do anything that you wouldn't be comfortable with after some of the shit you've pulled?
This time for sure, Sean. Trust me.
I also just
This time he's being.
Trust.
I don't know how
Keeping it
much
above.
I also don't know how much I like how hard she's going in on the falling in love thing.
It kind of feels like she's trying to convince herself that she likes him as a response to his
Right.
as a response to his advances more so than like her actually falling in love.
And like the idea is perhaps she doesn't know what love is, which is clearly the case. So it's like, on one hand, I get it, but we need to make it. I need this show to make it to like decide. Like, I'm just not comfortable with his actions and it working. Right? Like I don't like that all he's done has worked.
Also, if we're doing they don't know what love is. Boy, do I have another show this season that's doing that a lot better.
Yup.
In the exact episode count this week too.
Yup.
Yeah, like
I don't
He's just
care about
so
the show.
I don't either. Like, I don't care about either of these characters. He's too pushy. Neither of their friends are really interesting to me. Like, the guy friends a little bit, but like.
But they were also kind of
Not really.
dicks. They were kind of dicks
Yeah,
this
they
week.
were
I
kinda
kind of didn't
dicks.
vibe with them. I also think
So,
the
like-
scene where he slides next to her is so weird because like, bitch, move over. You got
Yeah.
some room between you and the wall. You don't gotta be squeezed.
It's just. I don't.
It's all a little much.
I
That's
finished
kinda
this.
how to describe it.
We watched this. Michael and I watched this show Thursday. We finished everything else Saturday. I power ranked and I went, "What the fuck? What the fuck happened this week?" I went, "What the fuck did I watch for this show?" I had to remember what my plot points were for the episode.
Yeah, Sean didn't tell me which show this was. I think I had a feeling it was this one. he's like, yeah, no, it's bad for a show when I go to Power Rank and I don't remember what happened in a show.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there was another one where I was there was one other one where I was also kind of There was one other one where I was like, what did we do this week? But I remembered that one much quicker than this. This one gave me a little bit more time where I had to be like,
See, until we started talking about it, I did not remember like anything that happened this episode for this one.
I watched like
You
all
guys
this,
were mentioning, I was like, oh yeah, they
Monday.
do have like the date scene between the two of them, and like, I guess 20 more minutes of something happens. I don't know.
that's the show is spending too much time spinning spinning gears of just like, we have to,
Wait, wait a second.
yeah.
No, hold up.
Just no, you can't disassociate the word wheel with the show. But it's just like
They go on a Ferris wheel, I think.
no, don't do
I
that.
guess
They,
my
they
show-
don't actually. They don't, right? They go on like a weird
Oh.
slow ride.
Wasn't it like
It's like a
episode 3? Didn't they go on a
gondola
Ferris wheel?
Yeah, they
I
go
don't
on like
fucking
a-
remember.
They go on like a weird Ferris wheel gondola because it's not exactly a
Mm.
Ferris wheel. Because you
Ah,
think
of
you
course.
think they're gonna be in the maybe they go on the Ferris wheel later. I don't remember. That was 2 episodes ago. That's too much for me.
Yeah. It's,
I can recite all of Polar Opposites though. Don't get me
Yeah.
don't worry about that. But it's just like I want them to be like I don't need them to be moving at breakneck speed. But like, oh my god, do something in an episode. A little more. Mm.
I can see how women who
Yeah,
like
no,
pretty
no.
boys might be more into it, but unfortunately, we are
not
not
women.
those.
Yeah. I am not woman.
Look, I'm a guy
I
who
do
likes
respect a pretty boy though.
I'm a guy who likes pretty boys. The problem is that he is so
Unlikable.
yes, but also like
Yeah.
he's not even you know how we talk about like yaoi hands? He's like he's
Yeah,
he's like
yeah,
he's like he's he just there's something about him that's he's uncanny hot where I'm like you've been conjured in a lab and you're not real. And I don't know why you have white hair. And
Yeah, again, we made the comparison last week, to the one from Yakuza.
yeah.
And at least he, though he is kind of the worst, is at least like really fucking edgy, kind of like his
And
like
everybody-
introduction is him with blood on him, blood
And-
all over his hands.
And he's not pretending to her to not be the worst, right? Like, he is so openly like, hey, by the way, this is what I do. Like, I hope you like this, because it's not going
She's
away.
like, I fucking don't.
And
but
yeah,
okay."
like, everybody around him is like, yeah, he fucking kills people. It's kind of a problem. This one, everybody's like, you're kind of a playboy who just fucks around. And his friends are like, it seems like you might like her a little, you might actually, like, be into her. And he's like, I don't understand what you mean by that. And nobody elaborates for him. They're like, yeah, we'll just let you sort this out, bud. And then they make the situation so much worse for him. Like, they make it so awkward for her. I don't get them. Ugh. And her friends are just nothing.
Thinking back, I probably should have had this at number 10.
No, it's okay, Mike.
I did Kunon dirty.
And, yeah, I don't know why you got that down there, but
I didn't particularly like this episode, but we'll get to it.
we'll get to it. But before that, Michael.
We get to talk about the Human Z. Once again. It feels like such a crazy reaction to this episode, but okay. Anyway. The episode starts where the last one ended off. With Charlie walking into the hotel room where the three guys are. Three terrorists. And he's like, hey. You guys tried to kill my family. So you guys gotta go turn yourselves in right now. It's really, there's like a second where the leader of the group's like, wait, hold on, I'm gonna talk to him. And they like think they're getting through to him for a second, and Charlie goes, no, you're fucking not. Yeah, go turn yourself into police right now, or I'm gonna make you guys bloodstains. Essentially.
I'm gonna what happens if we don't? I beat you up and take you there. Point proven. Got it.
And they're like, he'll win. They know he'll win.
Look, man, if I was
So-
in an enclosed space with a human Z, I don't think I'd
Yeah.
take my chances.
So we get, then you get them driving over to the sheriff's station to kind of turn themselves in. And the whole time, the leader, we learn, and later in this episode, his name's Rivera. He's just talking to Charlie the whole time, talking about, yeah, blah, blah, blah. All humans are the same. All animals are the same. Don't you agree? Trying to, like, stuff, whatever, trying to be like follow Charlie's ideals here, even though it's not exactly what they believe. But they're trying to get Charlie on their side. Charlie's having none of this. Charlie's just here to make sure they get to the sheriff's office. Sadly, they don't make it to the sheriff's office. They're like 3 kilometers out because for some reason they're using kilometers, even though they're in America. Don't worry about it. It doesn't make sense. That's such a stupid thing to get wrong. I didn't think about it until right now when I was like, yeah, they're 3 kilometers
their
away.
GPS narrator is a British voice, and so
Yes, apparently.
Even though I don't
Rivera
think it
stabs the driver, and then him and the white and the not white hair, the blonde dude, who I don't know his name. I don't have it pulled up, and I don't care enough to figure it out. He's the soldier of the two essentially, even though they're both soldiers.
Yeah.
He's like the more like stereotypical soldier type. They jump out of the moving vehicle. You know, good idea, by the way, because
70
for the
miles
past
an hour.
yeah, for the past bit of time, they have been increasing in speed. Especially after you stab someone, they're going to panic, get faster, because that's how the body will react to stuff like that. Anyway, they jump out of a moving vehicle. Charlie kind of doesn't know what to do in this situation. He stays in the vehicle. Vehicle crashes like right in front of the sheriff's station. As Charlie pulls the other guy, the driver, out of the vehicle, who was stabbed and is now bleeding. And then Charlie, being the smart humanity that he is, picks up the knife, now planting his prints on the knife, which wouldn't have mattered anyway because the government hates him. Because essentially this episode's entire next half starts hinging on because he's not a human and not an animal, he gets none of the rights that would be associated with either side. Instead of getting both, he gets none. So in this crime, he is not the suspect. He is simply a piece of evidence. Which means the government can seize him as a piece of evidence in a terrorist trial. Which is really bad.
This is some Phoenix Wright bullshit, is what this is, dude.
We also get an entire bit where Lucy's talking with Charlie's parents, and they're like, "Yeah, so we got this. We would have gotten this right before. This is where we get introduced the issue with Charlie's rights, and it's like, yeah, we've been trying to do this, but the issue is it's really hard to be the single person trying to create rights for one individual. The government doesn't like doing that because the government's cringe. They're like, anyway, we're gonna sue the government." And Lucy's like, I'm in.
She's so down to sue the government. I love her.
Yeah. We also learn, this is a bit we had seen a bit of, I think, in episode 2.
Yeah.
Because we know about an incident Charlie had when he was younger. We learned that when Charlie was younger, so exactly 10 years before this, when he was 5, they had him go to kindergarten, like a private kindergarten. You know, he was vibing. They were all doing great. And then the one day they're in the pool and the children do a little bit of teasing, as children do, the kind of teasing a normal kindergartner does, trying to drown another student, normal kindergartner things. Charlie, being not entirely human and in a situation where he feels like he is going to die, retaliates. Crazy. A human would have done that. But because he's half chimpanzee, the government goes, nah, fuck you. You're not allowed to interact with people for 10 years. It's crazy. This entire situation is crazy. They just add a kindergarten, all of a sudden, 7 armed cops run into a room, into this pool room. In the end of the episode, we learn that the parents are on their way. They're like, oh, we got to go pick up Charlie, because we're just gonna get him back. They're gonna release him because they can only hold him for so long because he's not actually suspected of a crime, so they can't hold him as if he's a suspect in a crime. And then they hate them with but he's a piece of evidence in a terrorist trial. Fuck you. You can get his clothes.
Yeah, he is effectively considered an object by the U.S. government right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because he doesn't have rights, so we're fighting
do-
for Charlie's
Yeah, he doesn't have human rights or animal rights, so he is just
An
sitting there.
object. He's a piece of property.
I do like the bit that Lucy runs at the end of this episode, which is she goes, oh, you won't let us take Charlie? I'm just gonna make a scene. And so she just starts walking, and the cop goes, no, you can't walk anywhere, and grabs her by the wrist, and everybody starts looking at them like, yo, what the fuck's going on here?
She's just walking around.
Yeah.
This is police brutality.
Now, why she calls out for Charlie, who absolutely brutalizes this cop, I don't know about that part of her plan. But otherwise, it was going really well. I mean, it still is gonna work exactly, I think, the way she wants it, because I think she is very much playing the, well, you want to fuck around with how people perceive someone? I'm gonna fuck around with how the world's gonna perceive Charlie when he sees you, when they see the cops manhandle me in a lobby, and the humanity comes out and saves me.
Saves me and very gently pries us apart and puts him down. We don't know exactly how he deals with this, but we know it's not a very like violent grab and throw him at a wall.
But to be fair, the scene does look pretty bad when Charlie crawls out of a car and then a knife falls out of a car.
Correct. It looks terrible for
It
him.
looks pretty bad for our boy. I'll be honest.
And how do you convince people that, oh, there were two other people in the car? One of them stabbed him and then jumped out, and I just stayed here.
But you
so
know what's funny?
contrived.
They don't even care about it though. Like the cops don't care. Like
Yeah.
they truly are like, cool,
No,
you got
we know
us,
this
you
cop's
got
like,
us.
Humanity racist cop.
Well, yes,
like-
but they're also like, you got us one terrorist and two got away. I can't believe you let their bigger issue is that he let the other two get away. That's the crazy. They're like, yeah, you should have stabbed the other two terrorists. The fact that you didn't raises questions. Like these cops are interesting because they're racist assholes who are like, you are a humanity and we hate you and we have issues with you because of your past history with cops. But they're also like, yeah, these terrorists fucking suck. So they're in like this weird limbo where like they aren't charging Charlie with like attempted murder because like how you gonna charge an object with stabbing someone else with an object? You can't do that. So like they're in a weird place where they can't really use the law to get him, but they also are using the law to not let them get him out of it. So I like this weird dynamic it sets up. I think it is neat because like there have been times in our history where there have been people who have been moved in classification of how our laws have seen them. And so like the only difference here is usually it's not one person, right? So that is the humanity issue, is that it is one person who you have to move the rights of. I think it raises a very interesting question of, would you fight for one person's rights, and how much would you fight for it? Like that is a neat concept. I will give this show that.
This episode also, this is the thing that's been happening throughout the entire show. This episode really likes that one marimba track. My God, does it play
Yeah.
actually every 2 minutes? It's crazy how often they play. 'Cause it's like the something dubious is occurring track.
The dubious marimba track.
It's the monkey moves track.
So I will say I did like this episode a lot more than I liked the previous episodes. I really enjoy the like law aspect of it. I think that's interesting. I don't think it did that much to raise it above that many other shows, but it's doing work. Like it's doing the work to get better, and I appreciate that.
Okay, I don't know if it's like the timing issue that is hitting me with the show that like really rubs me the wrong way with like current events is all I'll say. But it feels so ham-fisted with its like message at times that it feels almost like a like paid promotion, if that makes sense.
It's
like a
just
different-
kind of a whole lot of not a big fan of the government.
It's a whole lot of
It's just
yeah,
like,
and
hold
they don't
up.
recognize him as a citizen, so we need to fight for his citizenship and make it easier. And it's just like I know it's in production a lot before stuff happened in the last like year and a half, but like it's just one of those things that just feels like so awkwardly timepiecey to me that I just can't get it out of my
Yeah.
like I can't separate the two. And because of that, like sometimes when they do stuff like that, where it's like, yes, the geopolitical stuff is objectively an interesting topic to talk about, right? The status of rights of something that is a new creature that has enough sentience and intelligence to talk and verbalize and act, but also is not fully what we are used to. That is a fascinating concept, but the fact they just hammer it in the most like straightforward, like hammer on nail way imaginable. There's no like ambiguity behind it. There's no like
No metaphor.
it's
It's
like you
just
could
fuck you,
it's no metaphor.
government.
It's like fuck you. Charlie needs his U.S. citizenship, and this is our quest to get Charlie his citizenship.
Fun
Charlie
fact.
needs a green card.
Fun fact.
And I'm
This
just not interested in the whole show right
this
now.
this manga started in 2020.
Bless you, Mason.
Oh, God.
That was 2022. I guess just won an award in 2022.
God, that checks even
That's what it
harder.
was.
Yeah, I mean, but like
COVID
that's
caused the human Z virus.
okay. Well, it didn't do that, so we should be happy that that's not the story we're getting.
That would have been.
Do you think Charlie could get COVID, or do you think he's like
We're
'cause he's
not.
human Z,
We're not
like,
having this
genetics?
conversation.
It wouldn't,
We're
like,
not
it wouldn't
having this
take, you know, like a
conversation.
dog
You'd
don't
get
the
you get
same
Oh.
COVID 9.5. Anyway.
Thank
Oh
you
my
by the
God.
thank you by the way for this episode for I think flat out saying it. I don't know if they had said it before. But artificial birth. Very happy to have that squared away where they're like, yeah, we just injected.
No, they said
the-
that. They said that like episode 2.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I didn't remember if we had
so they
fully squared
say-
it off.
They didn't, because they were like, they kind of leave it ambiguous of like it might be artificial, and then we talk about the guy, and
The
it's
fact that
a little
talk about-
weird.
We talk about how
we do
weird
talk about
the
the
guy
fact
is.
that
is.
people
Up in the
are
lab, you know what
really
I'm
into
saying?
this chimpanzee.
This is just a little curious George. You know what I'm saying? Up in the lab.
Like,
Hold on. Christ.
Did he run away in a yellow hat?
I do I do
they were
you know,
monkeying around a bit.
this show definitely does suffer from a problem that I think you can argue a lot of animes do. But you know, I think it is maybe a little more glaring here just because you are perhaps the setting you are in is very realistic outside of the Human Z. So like you have a harder time using suspension of disbelief because you're not like watching a fantasy and like there's not enough to like hard remove certain things out of it. But the idea of like, hey, what would like how do we avoid all of these conflicts? One cop just goes, hey, what happened here? Before going, let's shoot the Human Z. Like, if any one cop went, hey guys, why do you think the Human Z is soaking wet and 5 children are crying in a circle? Do we think something else might have happened here? Right? Like, you do have the one guy who's like, hey, we are supposed to be protecting Charlie, right? And the other cop's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna kill him. Which is crazy.
That's a fucking. That's not a creature. That's a fucking it. We
Is
don't
a-
like it.
is a cop reaction, ain't gonna lie. But like it truly is. There are so many moments here where it's like all we have to do is talk to Charlie and be like, or look at the security camera of the entire pool, which we know from the follow-up the school did, right? Because the school went, oh, actually we're not gonna pursue charges, not that we legally could, but we're not gonna do anything here because oof, does it look bad that 2 kids tried to drown him in a pool.
You see, it looks like it's significantly more than 2. To push him in, it looks like all 5 are in the pool
it's-
holding him down
It's
in
not
the
even the
later
kids
scene.
that didn't press charges. It's the family that didn't press
Yeah.
charges.
Yeah.
It was the mom and dad of Charlie.
Because like,
Because like
well, yeah,
the
they
evidence
didn't.
came out and they went, well, yeah, no, the kids definitely like almost might have killed the only human Z in existence. That's kind of bad.
Yeah,
Do you
just a
want to
little.
pursue charges? And they went, no, we don't want to blow this up and make it worse than it is. So
We're just,
It's a
like,
little bit of a problem.
we're just gonna take him out of school. They'll be fine. Homeschool him.
listen, Charlie, you should just run hands faster, bro. You got listen. Listen. Schoolyard is just like the prison yard. You know, you gotta find the biggest guy
I
and
need-
establish dominance.
I need you to. We need to get off this show because I don't know what gets in your brain when we talk about Darwin incident, but we absolutely.
It's all the years of League inducing monkey brain.
True. No, it's because he reminds me of my league teammates.
I
Like,
know.
oh, man,
I know what
Charlie
we,
in that game, he was like my jungler last game. He just 1v9'd. It's my goat.
It's
Charlie
all,
getting pushed into the pool. It's like my support the last game, playing Nico and 9 3 times in 5 minutes.
This show's gonna be fine because next week they're gonna play baseball and John's gonna love it.
Monkey
Monkey
baseball.
The great monkey baseball would be crazy. No, but that was episode
Mason,
4,
it's
I
my
think,
turn
of
for the
that
brain
show. So I don't know
cell.
if it's time, if it could happen.
I need it.
Am I right or am I no? Wait, hold on.
Monkey baseball.
Wait,
Monkey
oh,
baseball.
hold on. The great monkey
baseball.
There
Wild.
we go.
Monkey
Baseball.
baseball is the greatest addition that anime has ever given to the anime. So I just
John-
wanted
Austin,
to
you need
know
to watch Sunny Boy if you haven't.
John, you're up. It's Tamon.
Okay, Tamon's B-side. So we leave off with Tamon being like, I gotta figure out how this love shit works, right? I'm desperate. You gotta help me. And she's like, this is a bad idea. So they do it anyways. So the plan is to go to a festival so they can secretly look at couples at a festival and be like, that's what love is. And we can speculate on it and we can figure it out together. Because I don't know what love is, and you definitely don't know what love is, Glumihara-san. And so Fukuhara and Utage go to this festival together. Meanwhile, we have Ori, who lives nearby because they're all living in like the same apartment house. Goes, what the fuck's he doing out in public late at night in a public place? He hates going outside. That's where the scary things happen. And so he tails Tamon to this festival, also in disguise. Tamon wearing a black-haired like wig to try to hide himself, which he does okay, but is bringing like binoculars and looking like a creeper. And to which Utage goes, listen, I'm not letting my idol be discovered as a stalker. So they go around the festival and do various festival things. Eventually, let's see. They play the little games like the shooty games. Utage locks in. Tamon sucks ass. They get the festival food. They have some cute moments together. And then eventually Tamon they kind of become separated, and Utage goes to sit at the bench. To which Ori comes up and goes, "Hey, you're boy, definitely boyfriend there. What's going on there, huh? What's going on with that?" To which she definitely defends. But Tamon comes up and flexes his boyfriend muscles and says, "Excuse me, we are going." Into which both of our doofuses kind of realize it's love, but they're like, no, can't be love. Nope, this is going way too far. This is getting way too close. We need a distance here. In which, after all this, Tamon kind of feels like he finally has a grasp on stuff. And then they completely change the competition the next week on the face-off to determine who's the face-to-face. And she goes, yeah, he's a lot better at this than the love thing. It's fine. He can swim. He athletic.
This
We're
week's
good."
challenge is running on water. They said, if you want to be the center, you gotta be Jesus.
And to which our three girls are watching this like top TV show going like, yep, that's our man's. We love him. He's stupid.
I'm
but we love
very
him.
surprised he wins this.
I
Because we know the one member of the 5 is jacked as
Yeah, but he's
fuck.
probably dead. Okay,
Really
I don't know if we
could-
talked
very
about it last week.
intense.
the OP to the show kind of slaps.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
absolutely.
a title show.
It's
Music's good.
It's
all
on-
the music
hey.
they've had like face perform has been good.
Hey John,
Yeah.
it's on Spotify.
Hell yeah.
I have so many things I
Oh,
added on
yeah.
Spotify. this week. I just added Polar Opposites on Spotify. I added the Ocean
Oh
opening
shit,
on Spotify last week.
I gotta go do that one. I need
Um,
pull opposites on. Hold on.
Yeah, dude, it's
The Polar
so
Opposites one
good.
says in the opening that it's on Spotify.
Yeah, and I haven't gotten it yet. My bad.
So that's one of the funniest things. They do the fucking chorus and they do the credits. It just says Spotify.
It's so funny.
So funny.
There's
yeah.
a couple of small things I really like from this episode.
Once again, I watched this on Monday, so please help me with the small things. I
Um,
don't remember shit about the small things
One,
right now.
one of the bits that I really like is they talk about how Tamon has dyed he dyes his hair almost immediately after the competition, and like pink has become like the color of love to like all of his
Love.
fans, and of course Utage's yukata is pink, and it's really great. Like we never comment on it, and like it could not be intentional, but like I refuse to believe it isn't intentional, and I adore that, and it's great. It's like a small little thing that just works really well. And her comment of like the fireworks going off behind her and him being like, wait a minute, is this right here love? And she's like, absolutely not. Wipe that from your brain. You are not allowed to feel that way. No.
This is not
Denial.
true. This is not what it is at
Absolutely
all.
not.
No, abort.
These two
Refers to
are just so adorable. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
I love them so much. I really like when OG shows up. When like Tomo goes to Tigger's like, hey, that's my girlfriend. And she goes, hey, no, hold up. You were just saying that, right? Like, we're not anything. You were trying to get me out of there.
It's like, hey, that's a crazy way you got me out of that. That's a really slick move, Tamon-kun. That's something you should say to an actual girlfriend at some point. That you'll ever have one, because you're everyone's girlfriend.
If you got a girlfriend, I would have to kill you, but...
I feel like with this episode, I was kind of like let down with the like episode 2 of the finding the center resolution. I was like,
Yeah, it's
I get it, but it just kind of soured like I'll say that it soured the entire rest of the episode, but just kind of like well, did you have to end like the nice episode like that?
It is a really stupid way to end the episode.
it's a gag, right? Like that's the whole bit. Is that like it's a gag for it. But yeah, it's a weird feeling for sure. I also do think that like this episode hard solidifies that again, Ori is now locked in as the guy in the other guy in the group who likes her, right? Like he maybe not because he actually
he
likes
catches some
her.
feels in this episode. He catches some feels.
I think it. Yeah, I think it. There is also an argument that perhaps it's also just because like he is jealous that Tamon has this, right? But like there are some moments where he legitimately is like, dude, what the fuck? You're with like a hot chick, and then he walks up to her and goes, why? Like you're attractive, right? And she goes, what? No, what? Do you know who I am? Leave.
Ew, disgusting.
Absolutely not. I'm a weird introvert. I shouldn't even be here right now. She says that she loudly fucking screams in demon mode all the time. I love her. I stand by my point from last week's episode. Because I think it just stands out so much more this week too. They has to be intentional how different her design looks from his. Has to be intentional. It's so good, dude. I watch this show and I just look at it and go, dude, like they are two separate worlds. What a great way to show it by just she looks
Just animating
so
it
different.
He is animated by David Production, and he is animated by some other company. Because I swear to God, she is out of the Urusei Yatsura remake and the
Yeah.
Ramen remake.
And I love
Shit,
her.
well, he
for
just
it.
looks like a character from like Idolish 7. He just looks
Yeah.
like an idol dude.
That's okay. Stand my hero. I'm excited. I'm interested. I said to
Silly.
Michael, I am interested to see if we get anything with the rest of the bandmates now, or if we have to wait till after this arc. Because there's a part of me who's like, do you think that some of the bandmates also think he should still stay the center? Like, I wonder if there are any of them who are like, we shouldn't even be doing this. You are clearly the right person. It would be an interesting thing to see them explore if, like, we introduce another one of the side members by being, like, by one of them interacting, like, yeah, what can I do to help you? Because, like, I don't want to be the center, and you should probably still stay the center.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one thing I'll like levy at this show is I think Ori's a little boring, of a character, but that could just be because
Yeah.
I've read Oshinoko and those characters are all insane, and he's not quite there yet.
I keep it black. I kind of hate him.
I think you're supposed to, right? That's the idea.
Yeah, I don't think we're supposed
Yeah.
to like him. They do kind of portray him as the absolute fucking worst. You do get kind of the cute little thing where he goes and sits on the bench and goes, yeah, you do look cute in that kimono. And you know, that's adorable. So it's a cute little scene. Or not kimono, the yukata.
Michael was mad though because he's like, "There's no way Tamon doesn't recognize the dude."
There's no way neither of them recognized him. Like, 50% of what this girl does is stare at pictures of this idol group.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
just
70
Tamon.
to 90% of that is Tamon. But, like, she's seen the other four enough.
I could buy it if we built up a little more of like, well, he was putting on a different voice because he's an actor, and like there's a way you can buy this, but they don't do anything extra with it. But I also don't care enough, right? Like, sure, whatever, this is fine. We're moving through the plot point of the episode.
And then next episode, we have to get the drama that is, now Oji's going to be like, now hold up, you have a girlfriend?
True.
Because that is how they get away, is him going, that's my girlfriend. Which is bad.
It does hard stun lock him, but also I feel like he's kind of smart enough to realize that this dude's such a dunce. There's no way he actually thinks of her as the girlfriend right now.
No, I think Ori's dumb enough that he does. I think
Oh,
Ori's
I think
dumb
Ori
enough that
might
he
be the-
buys
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I'm coming back around. He is dumb enough, actually. Fuck.
I do enjoy
pretty
the
great.
like little tidbit as well that Ori is like from a famous family.
Yeah.
That does at least help his character in like making sense.
It gives him motivation for why he acts the way he does.
Yeah, it's that he has expectations. So like him not being the center. Again, well, I imagine we'll probably get into it before this arc is done. That like he has the expectations to be in charge of whatever he's in. The fact that
Yeah.
he's just one of the 5 members of this group is not good for his rep with his family.
Or good enough, probably is the better way. Because it's
Mhm.
probably it's perfectly good. He's still popular and famous. It's just he's not his parents' level of famous,
I mean,
right?
he's not the center. Like, if you're not the center, are you even part of the fucking group or whatever? Blah blah blah.
That's true.
Because they're gonna present that like his 3 siblings. You know, one of them was a doctor at age 2.5, and like
One of them can do magic that makes eyeballs.
Ooh,
true.
True. Speaking about eyeballs, man, Mason, have fun with this one. Recapping
I'm
this,
sorry.
have fun recapping this episode.
Yeah. So
God bless.
So Kunon this week, we go to the the royal palace, I believe, and Kunon's dad has a meeting with like the king. So Kunon is hanging out with Mirika's sister, Raisha, who is the second princess because she is a royal sorcerer. And he is going to go hang out with the royal sorcerers for the day. So they do that. And first he kind of chats it up with the like head of the Black Tower, as they refer to it, where all the royal sorcerers are. It's like, okay, so like if you want to be here, let's test your magic, see what you can do. And they pull this student out, and he makes some water magic, and he makes a bunch of balls, and he goes, "Okay, Kunon, try and like exert your force on these balls, and try and like see if you can take his balls." I know what I said.
And he kind of does.
And he kind of does. He takes 2 of them, in fact.
That's all you need.
Yeah. And Kunon's like, "Oh man, I only got 2 of them. That's not great." And the professor's like, "Holy shit, dude! We didn't expect you to get any. You're crazy. Let's see more. Wait, I heard you can make a cat. Dude, can you make a human?" And he's like, "Yeah."
God, this
So he
bit.
makes a a phantom image of Eco. And they're like, "Wait, so if you can move that and you can move it because it's water, can you make it fly?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's not gonna look great though. I still haven't figured out the movements that well." They're like, "No, that's fine. Just do it." So he flies the maid, and the maids inside think it's someone trying to commit suicide. Oh, goodbye, Austin.
Oh no.
It's okay. He'll come back.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And they get shouted at by the guard captain for the second time. The first time was because they made ice skates / Heelys in the hallway.
Thank you for
Killed
also.
me.
Thank you for also. The Mike. That was the first thing out of Michael's fucking mouth when that scene happened. Was, "Oh my god, they have Heelys."
It was so funny. But yeah, and then after this, Kunon makes a trampoline. They have a ton of fun with it. And then they go and see his dad because they're like, "All right, it's getting late. You have a dinner with your fiance. You should go talk with your dad a bit." His dad's like, "Why the fuck did I hear of 3 separate occasions where you fucked things up today? What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry." And Raisha goes, No, we pushed him to do it. It's not his fault." And his dad goes, No. He could have chosen to stop at any point. This is on him. Kunon, you have the power. Use it responsibly. With great power comes great responsibility. And they're like, "Okay, yeah, I need to think about it." Anyways, hey Raisha, I gotta go see your sister. And Raisha goes, yeah, let's go fly there on a beanbag, essentially, or a water bed. They do that, and they fly way too fast, and the guard captain yells at them. And then I think that's pretty much the entire episode.
Yep.
I enjoyed this episode because we're kind of filling out the cast more, and we're doing a bit more. We get a lot about like how magic works.
Yo.
Because we have 7 types of magic.
Yeah. What the fuck is foul?
I imagine it's like void or like it's like WoW fell magic.
Just
But we already had dark magic.
I mean,
and that's
so-
normally where that stuff tends to fall.
I like this because I like it when dark is not evil. I like it when dark
Yeah.
is an attribute and your evil is something else. But what the fuck is foul?
But why does one need to be evil? You could just have
True,
all of them be
should
evil.
be evil. You're right.
Yeah.
There's nothing more evil than a fireball to the face, so I agree.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey Sean.
Uh-huh.
What if I told you? Have you heard about this cool game called Final Fantasy 14?
So
You might not believe this, but I hear it's award winning, so I have heard of
It
it.
is.
the air can be evil. Steals all the air from your lungs. It's mine now.
Light can be evil.
Yeah.
Sears your skin off with it. Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
I look
I
at
saw bloodbending and said, "Yeah, we're gonna make that with air, though."
I look
Turns
at
people into angels.
I look at the sun sometimes and it hurts. So yeah, light can be bad. I think my
I
thing with
look
this
at the sun. Sean, stop.
I think thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I think the thing with this episode for me is that it's a fun little time, but like we are obviously we are moving into our position. I'm just worried the show's gonna take too long to get to the interesting thing I care about, which I don't know what that is yet. Hey, did you know the show's
Not like they spent.
a sinning? Show's
Yes.
a sinning? What the fuck are we doing with that tag? When are you? What are you doing with that tag?
Like, I feel like they spent too much time this episode just like fucking around. I really wish they like went deeper into the magic system, because it felt like they spent so much time fucking around that the episode like honestly felt like mostly filler and with like a slight little bit, and like all of this fucking around just leads to like the whole end result of the with great power becomes great responsibility, and that's about it.
Which is a
Maybe
fine
he gets-
message, especially if your magic's going to get, especially if real dark shit's gonna happen with your magic in this show. But like, you can give me that message anytime.
It doesn't need to take 20 minutes of characters fucking around, essentially.
I think like if you cut one of them, right? Like if you cut and honestly, I think the most justifiable one to cut is the end of the episode cut, cause like, how the fuck that guard over there? Why the fuck he
Yeah.
over there? You flew.
Why is he there?
What did you do? Fly in a circle across the entire world to
They-
get back
they
there in
seem to
time
be
for him to be
fucking
there?
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck is he there? He went home for the night? Why does he live there? Get the fuck out of here. How far did you fly? Like, could you have walked there? This is dumb. I know Michael really liked it. The problem is it's at the very beginning of the episode, so like you get hit with the gag and then you forget about it.
Yeah,
Which
Healy
is
Spit is fun.
yeah. Well, no, even before that, Kunon makes the cat, and his dad loves the cat, and then Kunon
It's
dissolves
fun.
the cat into a puddle of water, and his dad is crying in the background. Kunon's just talking to her like, "Oh, cool, you're gonna be my sister-in-law. Like, you're gonna go show me magic." His dad's like, "I didn't even get to name the cat, and now it's just water again." That bit's good. That bit's
Yeah,
good.
I
That is a very big bit.
Yeah, again, like when I was like going through these episodes at the end, trying to think with, I was like, this show at this point is kind of just
It's whatever.
gradually pulled down on the thing. I'm like, it's in a similar thing for Moonlit where I'm like, I just don't particularly care. I care a little bit more about this one than I do about whatever the fuck's happening in Moonlit. But especially this episode, now talking through it, I'm like, we could have gotten through the entire point of this episode, which is he needs to go there, show that he's really good at magic, or at least pretty fucking good for someone who has gotten training from a person who is a pretty low rank mage, realistically. And he needs to get a teacher and like show off that he's done some funny things with magic. And I feel like we could have done that in like 5 minutes, not 22. Like,
this episode was kind of just him fucking around for like 20 minutes.
like, and it is funny, but like, if I want funny, I have other shows that do funny better.
So the only thing I will leverage for this show, I hope, is that I'm really hoping we get the whiplash soon. Of okay, here is your really fun, fuck around, have a good time, everybody loves magic, and then you get slapped with, oh, you don't get to have that anymore because we're going dark. That is like the only saving grace. Like that is the way that this episode gets better retroactively, right? Is if like you go, okay, so the purpose here was to show that, you know, there's that little bit of like youthful wonder and fun with magic before everything gets really bad, because magic is dangerous. We gave you this lesson for a reason, right? It doesn't fully save like the length of the entire episode being focused on it, but like it makes it better. Like there's a justification to spend the whole episode on like fun gags and everybody having a good time if you're going to strip that away down the line, right?
You know what? If next week Kunon kills a guy, then now we're talking.
No, it's fair. It'd be kind of crazy.
Kunon accidentally suffocates a man in a water bubble.
No, it's Kunon accidentally creates a cat, and the cat like falls asleep on someone's face and just suffocates them that way.
That's
It's like Tommy.
crazy.
Yeah, what cat would do that, huh? What cat would just sit on someone's face when they wake up? I don't know where that fucker is.
A cat that loves you, that's who.
No, my cat doesn't do that. My cat doesn't do that. He'll just like snuggle right up next to you, and I'm like, this is great. I like this. He doesn't just sit on your face like some cats do.
Hey, Austin.
Yeah. So, we kind of get what we were all expecting for throughout the first, the first half of the episode, with like a very Shinobu focused episode, where Shinobu's literally just running around doing everything because everyone else is a little bit incompetent in the student council, which she's the vice president of. Everyone's a little bit incompetent. She's a little bit incompetent too, but she's still like the one that wants to do that, like takes on everything regardless. And the school as a whole is preparing themselves for the sports festival, and the broadcasting team is also slightly incompetent and also offloading a shitload of things onto Shinobu because no one can come to an agreement on what they want to do.
Because two of them can't do math, apparently.
So eventually, Arisu kind of figures out and can tell that like her voice is not exactly the same as it should be, and sneaks a cough drop to her, even though it's classified as a snack, and technically that's against the rules. And he's a little stick up his ass, so he's a little stickler for rules. And eventually it's like, all right, we're gonna be bad boys and girls. Come with me. And then they just like relentlessly snack on chocolate. Well, she relentlessly snacks on chocolates and tries to convince him to do so. And she kind of she confides to him about she just wants the other three to kind of shine, because she's thinking about like eventually quitting the club a little bit early to focus on exams, because she doesn't have the same like high level aspirations as everyone else, and so on and so forth. And Arisa's just like, nah, fuck that. We're partners in crime now. We're getting this shit done. And eats the chocolate that that she snuck in. And on the day of the sports festival, like he's also just kind of running around. They get the idea, instead of like terrible ideas that Nene, Iko, and Rika bring up, to do like a kind of confession service where they'll do like the little telephone, cup and string telephones, and where like someone will tell them like a secret that they want announced, and then they'll like announce it, but they're not really sure if but they actually are very sure that the school like wouldn't officially allow it, because technically they don't allow relationships yet, but they'd be less inclined to stop it if everyone's kind of having fun, which is kind of a based opinion, which is kind of a cool way to for a school to go about it. But in the midst of this, they have the actual like sports festival where Aris is just kind of like being really athletic at the first
He's
part of
him.
it, but also getting involved in like in every event through some way. He gets like dragged for the what is it called? The scavenger
Scavenger
hunt.
hunt.
Yeah, he gets roped into being a horse for the cavalry race and so on and so forth. And then like every time he's just running up and just announcing like I'm the best, and just being just being his old goofy obnoxious self, which is funny. Um, and they are preparing to get this like confession service underway during lunch, and they're discussing about like how they're going to pass out flyers. They're like, oh, we can't let the staff hear about this, especially not our advisor. Right as their advisor walks in the room, who's funny enough named Lemon. So
Can't escape.
as we finish talking about Lemon,
Can't escape.
Hope she's happy.
Probably not.
she looks so fucking depressed.
They lightly mentioned this episode. They're like, we wouldn't want our advisor to find out. I go, you have one of those? I didn't know. I didn't know.
Alright.
They
teachers
need to
were
have a
real.
club advisor.
I know teachers were real. Well, of course they do, because she has to potentially find a way to enter this harem somehow. 'Cause all of these shows do. It doesn't mean that he has to have any interest in her. Usually, the main male MC doesn't when it's the teacher character, but she has to start falling for him for some
Yeah.
reason. Isn't how they do this. Bokuben does it. Himuten does it.
Nisekoi does.
Yeah. Usually
Which girl is a teacher?
usually the male lead's like, whatever, dude. You're like my teacher. Weird. Like that's how it is in Bokuben. In Bokuben, he's like this. Like he pays no attention to her whatsoever. There's a couple of bits in this episode that are I wasn't paying enough attention to be able to tell if her voice is if they actually do anything with her voice to make it recognizable that she's not at like peak performance. It's hard to tell. Line in this episode that killed me was her going, yeah, I think I need to drop out of club to get my grades up, because to become an anchor you have to be from a prestigious university. I go, yo, what the fuck did you just say? I don't know how Japan handles anchors, but Jesus Christ, dude.
I mean, I do know like Japan does have like actually like really high standards for voice work.
Yeah, but it's like it's coming from somebody who like contemplated doing anchoring at one point in time. You quite literally just have to have any level of experience and like a high school degree and be interested, and you can kind of get and do like an internship and you're in, right? Like you won't be at like a major news studio, but you won't be at a major fucking news network anyway. not on anchoring, not right away ever. And I can assure you, the last thing a major news network wants for you in America to get to become an anchor is for them to go, you did 4 years at Yale, get on in here. Ain't fucking no way. Ain't no way.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, right.
You didn't ask for too much.
That bit's so funny to me. Bit that I have to mention. I do not think it is something that stands out immensely. It only stands out because my brain's horrible. Which is he pulls her into the stairwell and she fucking why does she enter the cum zone? What is wrong with her? She fucking the man is just talking to her in a stairwell and she's up against the wall on her own, like fucking shaking. She's quivering, and I'm like, you need to stop. What's going on with you?
You gotta chill, girl.
She is
Now,
the most
don't tell anyone about this.
She is the most
a
down
lozenge.
bad out of any of these 4 girls for him.
Yes.
It is crazy.
Also, another bit that fucking got me is when the sports festival is starting and he's doing the race and then runs up to then glaze himself in the commentating box.
So good.
Like anyway, the winner was me, of course.
And I
Why
won that
wouldn't it
race
be?
in the most dominant fashion you've ever seen. I am the most attractive and awesome individual here.
It's funny too, because when he's not doing an event for like anything he's doing, he's actually a really good commentator.
Yeah. It's almost like he has an ego the size of the entire moon.
Yes.
No.
God,
Aris, you can.
it's weird that like
Are-
we don't I assume like we're not done yet, obviously, with this stuff, so like we haven't gotten the conclusion for the Shinobu stuff, but we did kind of get the conclusion beforehand. of like all the other girls. Like they were all done in their like small bit. We don't really get any payoff to his stuff with her, besides like they're doing the festival. So like I guess we have to wait to see where it goes with her.
It just kind of felt like a lead up to a festival. There wasn't
No payoff.
definitely
yet.
wasn't a resolution at all to
Yeah.
her stuff. It's kind of it like honestly it barely felt like a problem. It just kind of felt like
Yeah.
an introduction.
It was like, hey, you maybe need to trust people more. And she's like, you, gross, fine. I'll do that, I guess. I guess I can trust you, Baka.
Fine, I guess.
Other thing that has me from this episode, oh, I fucking had it and now it's gone. It'll come back to me, don't worry.
You got this.
Yeah.
I believe in you, Sean.
I'll get there at some point. Don't worry. Oh, she's like, yeah. So we're not just gonna announce that we're doing this because it would alert the teachers. Instead, we're gonna go hand out tons of flyers to students, and the teachers definitely won't notice.
Like.
And then as part of our thing, we're still gonna announce it over the intercom because we're the broadcast club. But it's okay because the teachers won't notice. I get I get the point you made where it's like, yeah, like, what are they gonna do? Shut us down after everyone's having a good time? Yeah, actually, that's exactly what they're gonna do.
Exactly what teachers will do.
Yes.
They don't give a fuck. But it's just so funny to be like, well, we couldn't announce it ahead of time because then they would know we're doing it. And it's like, you're fucking handing out posters, dude. Like, very well-made posters.
You're not being sneaky.
This
I mean,
is
consider
also...
that all 5 of these guys are idiots.
Yeah, true. This is also the most obvious tee-up I've ever seen to have you know, what's her name? Because I haven't heard it in a while. What's the name of
Apollo.
the girl he's looking? Apollo. This is the most obvious tee-up for an Apollo confession I've ever seen.
Yeah.
To not know who it is because he's the one who has to read it on air. I'll be impressed if they don't run that bit. But like, come on now, you're doing anonymous love confessions, and that you can only pick up via voice. Come on now, what are we doing here?
Hum.
I wonder. Also, what a shitty idea. We're gonna keep it anonymous because no one's gonna know your voice. You say in a school where everybody knows each other's voices, probably. Decently
And when I
well.
know all 5 people in the broadcasting club.
Well, that's not really, like, it doesn't matter, because, like, my whole point is, like, you're telling me you're not gonna
Know
sit there
who's
and,
who?
yeah, and be like, oh, I recognize that fucking voice. I know exactly who that was. My secret to keep, I guess.
This is a mystery Mesca tool we'll use later.
Here's what I'll say. I like this show. I don't really have any major glaring issues or flaws with it. It's not incredible. Like, I don't think it's the greatest thing on the planet, but I'm totally down to keep watching this.
Yeah.
Is how I feel about it.
I'm
Yeah.
inclined to agree. Yeah, it's really
One
good
thing I did notice this episode, kind of didn't have a place to bring it up before. Maybe it's because Austin made a comment about it last week. Boy, this episode was it noticeable where some of the production issues happen. These faces get wonky as fuck throughout this episode. It's bad.
Yeah, I'm not really
Anytime my
picking...
character turns from anything but a straight staring at the camera,
Oh, you did
their
mention
entire
this.
face goes.
Yeah, you did mention
Yeah.
this while we were watching it. I'm like
it's not
blind
like
to this.
It doesn't detract from the show, but it certainly was a thing I saw, and I was like, "Damn, that's crazy."
I would
that's
have
rough.
to. I would have to like go back and really be looking for it. I think to notice it because I'm broken in that I won't notice something unless it's like breaks my entire brain, makes me want to gouge my eyes out bad.
Okay,
Or
Sean, you
really
also
goofy.
watched Magatsu Warhide Source.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Hey, but I watched Margetsu Warheisers and I went, oof, that's not good. I went, ooh, that's pretty bad. But it is fun dog
That's
shit.
pretty bad. Hey, that's not very good.
One of these days, I'll get you guys to watch
That's not too
Margetsu
good.
Warheisers.
I don't think you're gonna be able to do that.
I'll
Maybe.
watch a single episode.
No, that's not. No, because the
Sean
first
is
episode
certainly
looks
try.
good. You have to watch a couple to see how bad it progresses
Okay, fair.
and how fucking bad shit insane it gets. That fucking dude. There's a moment. Okay, side tangent real quick before we get to our last show. Mason, there is a moment in Margetsu War Heist that is the equivalent to the Tales of Symphonia. They get to the farm, and you see the old woman fucking turn into a monster. Like there's an equivalent of one of those where you're like, oh, just normal regular people. Oh shit, really bad human experimentation's going on down here. That's no good.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there's one of
Okay.
those moments of Margetsu. Turns out the war thriller has dark moments in it. Crazy. It's based off a mobile
Oh,
game.
good to know.
Based off a mobile game. Half based off a mobile game. Austin, it's still you.
Hold
Don't you love that?
Please stop giving me real shows. I'm still gonna pick something shitty next season, but please stop giving me real shows.
We should just all pick the same wheel show so that we get it no matter what, and then we can all just alternate who talks about it every week.
All right, so in this episode, Cecilia and admittedly the rest of the hero party has been like kind of out and busy, so Yoki's just kind of dying from lack of Cecilium. So eventually the day comes where she's going to be back in town and like actually have a free day, which he gets informed by Happiness. So he goes out to see her, and on this way he keeps running into bullshit on the way where what is it?
It's the bakery and then the
Yeah, the
kid.
bakery. He goes to a bakery
God.
and the instead of like the sweet like bakery girl, there's her like macho ass brother just like they're just like, here, have these. He looked at all the pastries and they're just like crushed to shit. And then he runs into like a kid, and the kid is just like, and he knocks over a skewer, so he buys like extra skewer, like an extra skewer for him. And then he gets robbed, and then he chases down the pickpocket, and it takes his stuff back. Just as the hero shows up and says, "Hey, you just stole that from that guy. You're under arrest. Also, I'm going to kill you."
Classic hero.
Like-
My goat.
Like, bro was just actually just trying to kill you. He just in the middle of the street. So he gets arrested and then gets vouched for by Raven and
Duke.
yeah. Well, it's mostly Raven, right?
Yeah, but
So as an apology, the hero takes him and Raven out for dinner, where he's basically like, "You were the guy that was with Cecilia. How do I get closer to her?" And he's like, "I'm not fucking telling you. Why the fuck would I tell you?" And Yoki basically just says, "Well, I definitely may or may not have heard this from Mikana, and totally not because I was there, but like, Mikana, like, you guys kind of left Cecilia, and you're also blaming Mikana on that, who also feels fucking terrible about leaving Cecilia behind. But you're just like pinning all the blame on her, and because of that, they both kind of aren't in the you're not very. There's a bad look for you if you keep blaming Mikana for your actions. Also, you're the party leader, so take responsibility." And he's like, "Shit, you're right. I'm gonna go apologize to Mikana right now." And he's like, "Oh, and then Yoki's like, "Okay, bye bye, have fun." And then the hero's like, "No, you're coming with me." And he barges in on Mikana while she's changing, and just like launches into like like, I'm sorry, please scold me." And she's like, "I'm going to fucking kill you. Get out of my room, and I'll scold you nevertheless, but you're not gonna like it." And he eventually makes his way out to Cecilia's, running into the bakery whose sister is back, so she gives him like a fresh not crushed batch. And and the kid, who happens to be like some rich nepo baby, I don't know, who buys him like 6 skewers instead. So he takes the cakes and the skewers to Cecilia, and they have a nice, cute little tea party date. Where guess who? Hiro, Mikana, and Raven like bust bust in again and say, and re-apologize for ditching you behind, for ditching Cecilia behind, and Cecilia is definitely starting to get more into Yoki. So it's kind of hinted at the end of the episode, but she also sees that like he made efforts to like help out and talk to the rest of the heroes party about that problem. It was a cute little episode.
Cute little episode. This is a fun little cast of characters. They do fun little things.
Cute little episode.
Michael and I love this bit that is, oh no, he walked in on her changing, and by that we mean she hadn't put on her skirt yet. the only thing she wears over what she was already wearing when she's just out and about is one extra layer of skirt. Otherwise, she's just in this attire anyway, because she wears like a bikini half the time as a mage. It is a. I saw her in this episode when I went, what are we doing with her? And then you get
Look,
this.
I hadn't like noticed it. And then
I'm
that's what they do
impressed
with
you
the
haven't
flashbacks.
noticed it.
I mean, again, because when I think of Mikana, I think it's the episode 2 bit where they're at the store
And she's
wearing
dressed in regular clothes. Yeah.
But then like they do the flashback in this episode to them at the Demon King's place, and I'm like, damn! From behind, she literally isn't wearing a shirt. Like, there's nothing there. You see her entire top. It's crazy.
Which, like, good for her. Let her do what she wants to do. It's just so fucking funny to me.
It's just really funny. They were having that, like, damn, was she changing or is she done?
I'm not insane. The hero has a name, right?
Yuga.
Oh yeah, I just
Good. We
Yeah,
should. No,
that's
you
his
are.
hero tool.
You are right.
Yuga.
He doesn't deserve to be called by his name because he's the worst character in the show, and it's so good.
And we should call him by his name just because he would like it if we didn't call him by his name.
I am really
Right.
happy this episode at least lets him give her the necklace. Holy shit. Also, by the way, post-credit scene. Did you know this?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Which is Michael and I are watching this, and we're like, oh, look how happy everything wound up being so great and happy. I can't wait for something bad to happen. Immediately smash cuts to post-credit scene of something bad happening, which
Like,
is
very bad.
bandits attacking a village, and then one guy walks up and decapitates all 4 of them and goes, I'm bored. To quote Michael, you know what this show needed? Another character. Already. This show's fine. It's whatever.
It works. Like,
just kind of is.
What
It
a
show's still fun.
what a strange bit the bakery bit is. Like, am I supposed to know this bakery girl? Has she been around? I don't know. This we talked a little bit about Michael and I talked a little bit about this too. It is they address it later, but it's so fucking weird that he runs into Yoki in an alley and just arrests him and doesn't recognize him until they sit down for tea, and he goes, oh, wait a minute. It's you! That guy! Like, brother,
Yeah.
he's been around for a bit now, and he was, like, climbing high ranks of
Yeah.
Adventuring Guild for a bit.
He's a fucking big shot. How does he not know him?
He's also been hanging around your girl, and you don't know who this guy is on site. This does raise the question though. What do you do if somebody mugs you and you beat the shit out of them and get your money back, and the cop shows up after you beat the shit out of them and take your money? Like, the answer is in real life you have an ID in your wallet. But like, what if you didn't? What would you do?
Die.
True. No, correct. Actually,
Yeah,
dude.
it really do just be like that.
yeah.
No, this episode was good. Like I said, the show does some cute things. I don't directly hate it. We all dislike one character in the show, but that's like by show design. So yeah, I appreciate the what it's doing so far.
Yeah, do I expect the show to make waves this season? No.
Nope.
But like I enjoy the show a lot more than at least one other show.
Look, I can confidently say that this is the longest and 11th show will stay on the podcast.
That's not true. Boshi the Rock was like my last. Oh, that's a
Or,
10th show.
okay.
That was
thanks.
during a 12 show. That was
That
during
was
a 12.
during an 11. This is the longest a wheel show will stay on the podcast since I joined the podcast.
Who put their Pokemon Showdown calc into their responses? What the fuck are you doing over here?
Oh my god.
What, you don't like 252 Chiyu choice specs in the sun, helping hand boosted overheat against yo ass?
Yo hack is crazy.
1500% guaranteed on it killing 15 yo ass.
Well, I got good news. I have voting results in. And the results speak for themselves pretty well. Shows that are completely safe, no slays on them. Fate, Sentenced, Journal, Polar Opposites, Tamon's, Heroes Party. Shows that are on watch, slightly, because they have one slay on them. Kunon and Tune in to the Midnight Heart. Show that got a little too close for my liking. DARWIN Incident sitting at 3 slays. And then in the clear Moonlit Dusk with 4. Look,
I'm
man.
surprised that somebody that wasn't me saved that because I definitely did.
John doesn't
try
want to
do that
watch
by myself.
DARWIN Incident. That's all it is. He would much rather
that's
have
fair.
have
That's
that
fair.
go
Sure.
than Moonlit. The only thing I'll say is I just doesn't. I talked with Michael about this. Like, one of the major things is I've seen, like, I've watched shoujo stuff before. And I've watched this particular brand of, like, you have the character who, like, is in the all-girl school, who is perceived as the prince, and she meets the hot guy who's kind of a douche, and, like, they come around to fall in love with each other. Like, I've seen this be done before. And I've said to Michael, if I rewatched Maid-sama, are there gonna be parts of it I probably really don't like because he's a little too pushy and, like, he makes things uncomfortable? Yeah. You know what Maid-sama has over this 100%? The main female lead is really interesting. And she has enough layers to her about, like, what she's, like, why she's the way she is. Like, she has, like, this odd... She has a much more interesting dynamic with, like, her prince character, which is she has a character she has in school because she has a reputation to keep, and then she drops it when she goes and works in the maid cafe. And it's a really interesting dynamic you have of a character who, like, isn't immediately against the way they are portrayed, but also, like, doesn't necessarily like being super girly all the time anyway. It's really... I like shows where the main female lead, like, has an interesting dynamic with, like, how they are perceived in, like, traditional means of, like, gender. Like, there's a reason I love Tomo. There's a reason I like
I was like, so you're talking
Maid-sama.
about Tomo-chan.
Yeah!
Bro,
Like,
tomboys.
there's a lot of... Well, like, I like the idea of, like, characters who don't fit the... Who are... They are perceived in a certain mold, and they want to be perceived differently, and you could do it really well. I don't think this show's doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't think its male lead is at all as enjoyable as most of those other ones in terms of this genre. So I am not particularly sad to see this go. Yeah, we'll see if anything gets worse. And if DARWIN Incident can survive, and we'll also see how many episodes we're gonna watch for the next vote off, because, scheduling! The dreaded triple vote off. Never been done before.
Try
Or-
to triple vote up would be fucked.
Or next episode, we trim down to top 3. We've watched the entire season. We do 4 episode podcast.
We do a top 9.
The top 9.
I don't think any of us would be able to get through finishing all of it.
It's time.
I'll make time to vote off DARWIN Incident. Don't you worry.
You know how many episodes we'd have to watch for that? Holy shit!
Correct. We'd have to finish
Every
other-
show.
A lot of these are 13s.
Yeah,
Fate's one of them.
technically a
So
14.
that's behind.
God. But that'll be it for us tonight. John, is Super Bowl done?
Yeah, Super Bowl
Oh,
done.
it's done.
What's the
That show was done. Like that show was
what's the-
cooked.
what was the score?
One team beat the other team. It was
It's
9-0 at half.
29-13.
It finished like 29 to what?
13.
Or 13.
13. Yeah.
But it was way worse than it looked, than it sounded.
I
'Cause
believe it.
it was never close for a minute.
Damn.
Belt to ass.
Bet-
Bears made a lot of money.
It
Holy
was some
shit.
belt to
and
ass.
this is why you should spend your time with us instead.
Yeah. Anyway, time for me to go watch the halftime performance because
Base.
that's the only thing I fucking care about.
Let's go. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you
Bye.
some.